Excuse me, Master Luke, but what is this strange world we've come to?
Beats me, 3PO. Seems we've landed on some sort of comedy variety show planet.
It's the Muppet Show with our very special guest stars, the stars of Star Wars.
This is insane, you guys.
Yo, this is sexy, man.
Broadcasting live from the internet, it's Tuesday night, and this is the PanelsOnPages.com podcast with your host, Lee Rodriguez.
At the end of the day, babies are terrible people, and I'm not sorry for saying it.
Jason Knize.
Motherfucker, I won best costume!
Jose Guzman.
Yeah, I know nothing about Firestorm, except for his hat's always burning.
And Kelly Harris.
Boy, love, it appears we got a penis in the mail.
I glued my fucking eyes shut!
I just want to see all these Yelp reviews of Jose's jizz.
Oh, sorry, I knocked over the salt.
Like you had anything better to do.
What is going on, everybody? Today is Tuesday, August 6, 2019, and this is episode number 479 of the Panels on Pages podcast. I am your host, the Lord Reverend Lee Rodriguez, and joining me tonight, we got Mr. Jason Knize.
Where's my bandana nut?
Kelly Harris.
I hit myself in the balls real hard on accident in the shower.
Nice. And maybe Jose Guzman?
Not today, Satan.
All right.
Not today, motherfucker.
That was a real roller coaster of emotions.
Oh my god.
The goddamn, I guess it's been a while, and if you don't get on this in a while, it defaults all its settings back. So,
well, you've also been messing with your audio, so that could be an issue too.
But it read the mic when I plugged it in as the microphone, but it did not read it as the speaker coming out, because to use it, I have to plug up my headphones to the mic.
So apparently Google Hangouts is still working. So
yeah.
So we're on Google Hangouts right now. We're broadcasting.
I'm waiting
live.
for it to cut out in the middle of the show.
Well, I think it might just be the Hangouts on air that they're getting rid of. Because we don't.
What does that even mean? Hangouts on air.
Well, that's the one where the little box with the Hangouts with all of our heads in it, and if we turn on the video, we would each have video.
Yeah.
It shows that instead of our thumbnail.
Oh.
But see, what we do is
they're getting rid of the video, not the Hangout.
I don't know. I mean, it seems to be working fine right now. We broadcast through XSplit, so we don't use the on-air.
We did it, folks. The population sent out a fucking petition.
But it's so funny because I sent everybody the link for the call tonight, and then I stepped away from my desk to get a drink, go pee, and all that, and I come back, and I'm not even paying attention. I look up, and I see all three of these motherfuckers are in Hangouts, and I'm like, holy shit, they've been here this whole time. And then I turn my mic on, everybody's there. Jose didn't say anything. I didn't think anything of it. And then the clock turns from 9:59 to 10. I'm like, fuck it, we all here. Let's start the show. And it started broadcasting, started the intro. Jose messages us in the Popcast Facebook message. He says, having audio issues on the call, can't hear anything.
I realized as the sounder went, I was like, oh yeah, Jose hasn't said anything yet.
Well, and I'm seeing all your bubbles come up and bounce because when each one of you are talking, and I'm like, I can't hear. I can't. Am I having a stroke?
You weren't on mute when we said, let's start this thing. And then it seemed like you sat back down and hit your mic. So I assumed everything was good because there was that sound.
Well, I was kind of wondering if you could hear me or not.
I guess so.
If anything was going through.
Yeah, I guess we could
hear you. I saw you guys were on mute, and I was like, all right, I guess it's fucking go time. And I'm typing, and Lee comes in, and he's going, and I'm like, oh, no, I'm making this fucking intro. Enter, unmute, ready.
Oh, my. It's going to be a good one. Good night.
Oh,
let's get to good. Oh, and I got a fucking sweet movie. I hope none of you picked this movie.
Yeah, Pop Topic tonight is my fucking magnum opus. This is my masterpiece. I'm very excited about it.
I'm ready for it.
It's good stuff. So, yes, we're still on the Hangouts, still on the YouTubes.
It's top 6 food colors, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Oh my god, I just almost spit out my fucking water.
Number 1, pizza.
Number 2, tacos.
But in the time between
If
last
you
week
could
and
only
this
eat
week,
one color Muppet for the rest of your life, what color would it be?
Green.
Pink.
green, obviously.
Yep.
Frog legs.
Pink.
Sweet frog legs.
Pulled pork.
Yeah, Miss Piggy.
Yeah, no, I'd go pork.
Yeah, a little
Pink
more
baby.
versatile, I suppose. But yeah,
What's green, slimy, and smells like pork?
go on.
Kermit's fingers.
Oh, not in this climate.
Oh,
Jesus,
I
that's the
feel-
one that's going to stop us.
yeah.
They're going to go back
They're
to
gonna
that
shut
one.
down Hangouts just because of that.
They said we kept Hangouts open for these fucking monsters.
Animal kicks in the door. Me too. Me too.
Oh God, Animal, no.
No. Terrible.
Animal has you smell his whole goddamn hand.
Oh, just the worst. God, Animal's the best. But no, so in the because I did a little research. I can't find any kind of a hard date like this is when they're stopping it. So for now, we're doing this. But between last week and this week, I did do a little bit of work. I thought we'd have to find a secondary or alternate method of getting the show to you guys. So I did set up a PoP Discord server, which is kind of dope.
Which I almost fucking panicked because I thought we weren't doing it, and I see the link, and I'm like, "Are we fucking doing this instead of the show? What's going on?" I open that up, and I'm like, "I don't know what the fuck any of this shit is."
I thought the same thing.
Other posts, I'm like, "What the fuck is? I don't know what this is."
I thought the same
And
thing.
then I saw the Hangout pop up, and I'm like, "All
Oh,
right."
thank God. Yeah, I thought the same thing. I knew what was going on, but then when Lee dropped the Discord link, I was like, oh, this is going to fuck Jose up.
I said I haven't fucking created the account yet, but I did. Bam, the Guzmaniac.
Oh, you
What
did.
up?
So the problem with the Discord thing is that there's crazy weird URLs to get signed up for the thing, and that annoyed the shit out of me. So I set up a sweet redirect. So if you want to join the Discord, and we're working on some of the details about some of the stuff we can do. It's pretty cool, man. You can go to discord.panelsonpages.com, and it'll redirect you to the thing. If you've never signed up for Discord before, it downloads the app for you, sets it all up. You can put it on your phone, all that shit.
Do not connect it to your
Maniac, DM me.
Do not connect it to your Skype, whatever you do.
No,
Why?
definitely probably shouldn't do that.
What'll that do?
Well, no, it just when I installed it, it's like, would you like to connect this to your Skype? And I was like, fuck no, I wouldn't.
Oh God, why?
Not on your life.
Gross.
Never, not once. But it's pretty cool. I'm still kind of tinkering with it. We may be able to do that for the podcast in the future. There is a fucking general audience voice chat thing, so if you guys want to just hang out and shoot the shit, you can do that there.
Yeah, and it's got kind of an old population forums vibe to it, all of a sudden.
Yeah, I was like, "This is how the fuck are we gonna podcast on a forum? What's going on here?"
Just
What the
because
fuck is this, boss?
the people that have signed up and showed up, we haven't heard from them in a while, so it's pretty cool. Fucking Rob showed up. Mary was
Damn
like,
right.
who the fuck is RWE1138? And I was like, Rob? I thought Rob didn't have internet access anymore.
Rob said, "I'm back, bitches." Rob 2.0 coming to get you.
So that's real easy to do.
Shout out, Rob. What
Shout
up?
out.
All those fucking stupid
Shout out, Ben too. What up,
Discord
Ben?
URLs. So yeah, it's great. I also put a fantasy
Tomer,
football-
shout out, fucking Tomer. What up, Tomer?
I was about to make a joke that Jose's gonna shout out Tomer, and then he did it.
I heard you. I felt it.
The
You read
boy
my
is
mind,
on
baby.
fire.
I think we're fucking cycling together, Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
I even made a PoP fantasy football channel that
I saw that. I'm proud.
I muted all notifications for it for myself.
Well,
What's that? Double notifications? All right.
No. Muted notifications.
You're gonna get more than
Triple.
you want. All
No,
right.
I won't. I'm
You
not going
want-
to get.
oh, you
any
want
of the
them DMing
notifications.
you?
I don't want any of them.
You
you want
yeah,
the
you want
results?
me, Jose, and Mahoney to all to DM you each post?
I really
All right.
zero.
We'll get you all three
None
of our
them.
takes on what happened during the game.
Yeah, we'll get you.
I feel
Got
like
it.
you're
Got it.
missing the core concept of what I'm trying to do here.
No. We got the exact core concept.
Yeah,
I
all
think we have
football, all the time.
I
All
think
the
I
fantasy.
think I have a shitty connection or something. I don't
We'll
think
be
it's coming
Sports
through right.
Center for our fantasy league for you.
No.
That one was real. That wasn't me.
I'll be the angry guy. Jose will be the guy telling me to chill out. And
Yeah,
then Mahoney-
commentate, man. You're
Yeah.
so angry. Why are you angry, Kelly?
I'll be the hot chick that just sits there.
He's always trading people.
My seat's on fire. Your take's so hot.
Fantastic. So
I'm not sure which role Mahoney will play yet,
Fuck it,
but
right?
we'll figure
Let's
that
do it.
out.
I messaged Mahoney the link to the show, and he says, I might not be able to make it, but if you guys talk fantasy football, I'm going to come on and roast these fuckers. I was like, I'm not sure we'll talk about fantasy. So I think you guys probably summoned him.
That's what I'm saying. We're all synced up. We're fucking
Yeah.
cycling together.
that's fucking ridiculous.
It's
So
just a bunch of bros on the period together.
but we got a lot to do tonight. I'm looking forward to the pop topics. Let's fucking dive into it. Let's see. So the final season of Preacher started on the AMC, and they put out 2 episodes, and they're kind of fucking nuts. Like, it's pretty great.
Yeah, they were good.
It's pretty good, and they're doing like Jesus Decide. It looks like next episode finally, and so I'm thinking, 4 seasons is kind of short. But then I'm kind of thinking back, and I'm like, they really hit all the big points of the comics, or about to. It seems like so they're it's not all like a direct adaptation, but they really hit all the highlights. So I'm not really upset about it kind of winding down. So I mean, it kind of makes sense because they're going to do all the things that you really want them to do, but through a slightly different lens, and I'm okay with it.
Right. All right. So yeah, let's get into it.
Sorry.
What the fuck?
What is going on?
Not so.
Lee from the past, take us through season 1 of Preacher.
Jesus Christ.
Not so synced up, are we?
Did that, then I watched another episode of The Boys, and I'm liking that too. I know some people are bitching about that not being.
It's Prime, right? They do it what, weekly? Prime's a weekly?
No, they put it all up at once.
Oh, okay.
Hulu does that bullshit.
Yeah, which is fucking stupid. Like, we've moved beyond that as a society, Hulu.
Hey, get your shit together, Hulu.
Like, did you not get that memo? No one does that but you, and no one likes it. Yeah, some people are bitching about it not being super faithful. I mean, the first episode was pretty goddamn spot on, and they divert a little in the second, but I like it. It's definitely capturing the spirit of that world, and I fucking love The Boys, so pretty good. Would recommend for sure.
Loved that book when it was coming out. It's been a while.
It's great. I finished up.
Or can we bring out? Let's hear it for The Boy Sounder again.
God damn it! I was just thinking that too.
I'm telling you, me and you, our podcast. We'll name it "Fuck It," right?
Man, I don't even know where I. Oh wait, holy shit!
There it is.
Demonetized.
You Google ass bitch.
Fucking.
I finished Ni no Kuni 2 on the PlayStation. Kelly, you should definitely play that game.
Brown had his own game. Am I not my brother's keeper?
You should play that game, Kelly. You would like it very much.
Okay.
It's good. It's a good old fashioned sword and magic JRPG. I think you would like it very much. It's good.
Nice.
And there's like kingdom management and shit too. So you got to build up your little kingdom. Like it's like, oh, this is, kind of like Yakuza, but there's no, I'm gonna say pimp chickens. There's no pimp chickens. So
he's a property manager. Come on.
Yeah.
He was a little pimping on the side. I feel like.
No.
Hey
It
man,
is too good for that.
everything we do is pimping.
Obviously,
it's true.
Pimping ain't easy.
Friday, Goat and I went to the local game shop and we ran a game of Heroes of the Grid, the Kickstarter Power Ranger game.
Oh man, can we put that on Twitch?
I mean, we could. I'm sure people have watched dumber shit on Twitch.
Yeah, no, people love to watch board games.
Oh, we're gonna twatch so hard. We're gonna hit you in your twatch.
I'd just watch it.
I just want to watch Lee and Goat bully around a bunch of Tennessee nerds.
It's funny you say that. So we had a pretty good time playing the game. We had a pretty good roll. There was we had 6 people playing. It was a lot of fun. We won both games we played, which is pretty solid.
Likely.
But to the right of us was a big table full of nerds playing D&D, and it was just kind of hilarious because these are like, hardcore Southern nerds. So
fucking nerds, y'all.
And there are certain things that one expects to hear with a certain accent.
Oh, they were calling each other names, weren't they?
Well, again, you'd kind of expect that. Like, lots of words maybe the people don't say in polite company have a certain flair to them with a certain drawl.
Some words that maybe like an unwoke uncle would be disappointed that they've taken
Perhaps,
from us.
Or certain subjects like fishing and maybe NASCAR. These things make sense with a certain accent and twang to them. But I was just tickled to no end when every once in a while I just hear, like, so my flamethrower to power hits the dragon for 18 points. We're going to roll for that initiative. And I'm like, this is wonderful. Like, I love everyone over there. They're making me so happy. Every once in a while, it's coming, how much longer is this campaign? Oh, you guys are precious. Never change. Redneck nerds. I love it. It's hilarious. Fantastic. And then last thing today was both of the kids' first day of school. Zoe went yesterday. Jax went today for the first time to kindergarten. And boy, tough getting him to stay. But he had a fucking great day. And is excited to go back. So mission accomplished.
He said, you know what? They let you take naps. This place is all right.
He's a very rad dude.
Well, the plan was to go, we were going to drop them off together. And this morning, Nicole was like, hey, let's, drop your car off. I'll bring you back into town and we'll drive together and I'll bring you back to your car for work. And I'm like, I don't want to be late to work. She's like, it'll be fine. It doesn't make sense to take 2 cars out there. And I'm like, okay. So we got out to a school, which is fucking far from my house. The school we're zoned for is so stupid. Like, I got to drive by 2 schools to get to his school. It's fucking dumb.
Ugh.
But we get there, and he's very kind of reserved. He's not feeling it. And we kind of thought this would be a thing. And, like, I'm ready to go. I'm like, hey, man, you're going to have a great day. Super. Keep your chin up. You'll be great. And he's all whiny and shit like that. And Nicole just gets this long look on her face. I'm like, babe, don't do this to me. And the teacher watching stuff, I was like, she says, his teacher will be here in about 15 minutes. You guys are more than welcome to wait until she gets here. And I'm like, God damn it. And Nicole just sits down, and I'm like, well, I'm going to be late to work. And I'm just sitting there watching these people drop their kids off, some of them crying, and then just pimping away. And I look at Nicole, I'm like, see, that bitch is a pro. She's a pro. She knows how to do it. Let them fucking cry it out. It'll be fine. This is why I think during the tenure of Jax's stints in daycares and school programs and whatever, I think Nicole has dropped him off maybe 10 times. She's not good. Like I have literally shook him off my leg before as I walked out the door. I'm like, I gotta go, man. I got shit to do. See you later.
Just get off of me.
Yeah, for sure. Like, and because he always stops before he hit the fucking car. Like, it's just a thing he does. But he came rocking out of that school today, screaming the whole time, like, I had a great day. There was nothing to be scared about after all. And I'm like, yeah, man, it's cool. So he's super excited about it, which is great. So now we can just keep that enthusiasm rolling the rest of the week. May the rest of the year. Chef's kiss. It's going to be
maybe
awesome.
the rest of his life. Who knows?
That would be awesome. And, the big one's going into 7th grade, which is real good because she almost didn't survive the 6th grade.
Well, she was definitely worried about going into middle school last year. So she's got a year under her belt now, right?
She does. And, hopefully we're going to make some better choices and some better habits. And everything's going to be groovy. It's going to be great. I'm feeling hopeful about this school year, everybody. So.
Well, you guys are a solid base, so I don't even worry.
It's gonna be solid. What's going on with you, Knize?
Oh shit! Throwing to me so quick. The big thing for my week is that Capture of Splinter box set.
Man, it looks nice.
So I've said this before. I'll probably say this again. I shot an unboxing. I've got.
Can I just say real quick? I fucking hate the term unboxing.
Okay. How about pop it open?
Ooh.
I like it.
You like that?
I do it. I like that.
Might have already thought of that and might have already put that in my intro. How about some of that?
I like it.
I don't know if I ever actually say unboxing. But
Good.
dudes, I got like 3 hours worth of footage. What the fuck?
Of that Splinter set?
Of that set. Because because like I'm still not
going with the Jose Guzman method
He
of
says,
unboxing
I
videos.
should do much.
I'm still not practiced at, producing these types of videos. And also, it's a 4-pack. So there's that. So you're multiplying that shit times 4.
It's a 3-pack. 2 are the same thing.
Sure. Granted.
I would like to take you down a trip to memory lane about the first time I shot a tow review, and you were like, 14 minutes?
Oh, no. It's not going to be 3 hours long. 14 minutes? But
fucking the unboxing pop it open Splinter set's going to be a trilogy.
I mean, you were ahead of the curve though, Lee. Like back then, 14-minute videos went on YouTube to die. These days, it's the norm. That's the algorithm.
I am a visionary.
Yeah. So what happened was, not only am I still getting the hang of how I want to do these things, but I've also got one of those mirrored rotating stands.
I like that.
So
that's cool.
That's cool. So I'm taking each figure and putting it on that stand in like 5 different poses and shooting all of it.
Like it.
2 hours later.
And then I've got the slide too. So at the end of it, I bust the slide out and I do
coming in like Tom Cruise in his fucking underwears and socks.
And I do, poses with each one, bunch of poses, and then poses with the set, and then I'm bringing in comparisons. I'm bringing in the 2-pack Shredder and Foot Soldiers, the old Nicktoons figures, the old Playmates figures. So, like, yeah, 3 hours.
The whole system in.
3 days later, I'm like, maybe I should start editing this and see if there's anything I missed. But man, it's pretty cool. The only thing, I don't want to bury the lead, but the only thing I'd say is they're just not the most articulated figures in the world. But the detail is crazy. Crazy detail.
Yeah. On all of them.
Yeah.
The turtles, them, beautiful. And I did not notice how much Shredder was alike to Liberace. But he's there. I see it now.
He is definitely a sparkle boy. Well, he's always in the shadows, so you don't notice he's such a sparkle boy in the movie.
He says, How can a suit so happy be so sad?
The cape on that Shredder is... Yeah. I mean, that's what sets off the full Liberace look. It's metallic. It's like got like a zebra leopard print to it, and it's pleated and folded like an accordion kind of. It's nut stuff. But yeah, like the foot soldiers are like the level of detail on the foot soldiers, just in the mask. They got the little metal holes for where they breathe through. The texture on like the arm gauntlets, and Splinter straight up looks like he's out of the Jim Henson Creature Shop.
So good.
And then, so I never
I found
actually
him a little hard to pose sometimes.
Yeah, well, he's very flimsy, real skinny. He's definitely
one-trick
not
pony. That guy.
He's definitely not as articulated as the others. He's the least articulated out of the 8 figures that they've done so far from the movies, but looks great. I'm not a big fan of those like cloth goods, but his robe is dope. It's cool.
Yeah.
I never did actually open the 2-packs that Lee and Kelly helped me secure.
Oh, really?
Of the animated Turtles, until I was like, well, I mean,
you pop those boys open?
I got fucking Foot Soldiers. I got a Shredder. Well, I've got Foot Soldiers and a Shredder over here. I need to put them up next to each other, see how they look. So yeah,
Rip your fucking dukes.
I opened up all the Turtle 2-packs. I got my Capture Splinter box set all open, and now I'm looking at above my desk is the NECA street diorama with all the movie figures on it, and then the animated Shredder, Foot Soldiers, and Krang, and then to the left of that is the old school sewer playset with the animated turtles, the NECA.
Tell them about your banana nut.
Oh yes, yeah. Let me get to that because I was looking up, and I actually only have 3 turtles on the sewer playset because I got my Michelangelo right here. I opened the box. Who got me Michelangelo? Of the 2 of yous.
I don't even remember. It might have been me, I think.
All right,
Yeah,
Lee.
I don't know.
Well, I'm going to need you to work on this. No, I'm kidding.
Okay.
So I open up the package, and I pull Michelangelo out, and he doesn't have the knot to his bandana in the back of his head.
Better not.
Aw.
But I'm thinking, like, maybe it fell out in the package. You know, I'm moving a bunch of shit around, bunch of, tiny little accessories and shit. But no, I can't find it. So I hit up NECA on Twitter. I'm like, where's my goddamn bandana knot? And customer service hit me back and slid into my DMs, and they're gonna keep an eye out for me. They're gonna look around, see what they got, see if they can make my banana nut dreams come true.
Well, I certainly hope so.
I was telling Jose the story, and my brain wanted to say bandana knot, but my mouth said bandana knot.
I was like, all right, fucking banana nut, let's go.
He was not gonna let that slide for a fucking second. So cool toy week, and I'm not gonna make any promises, but hoping to pump out that video soon.
When you gonna pop open? Pop it open.
Because I've also got the grayscale Pennywise that came in the same box as the Capture Splinter. Got that. I got that Diamond Select Swedish Chef was on sale for $20.
Okay, so they ship both of those together to you at once?
Yes.
Did they charge you 2 times shipping?
No.
Fuck you, NECA.
Well, you ordered from GameStop.
Did that? No, GameStop.
You ordered from GameStop.
Did that.
Fuck
Hey,
you, GameStop.
NECA is in my DMs right now, so you be nice to them.
No, NECA's good. You're hooking them up with that banana nut. You all right, NECA. You good. You good. GameStop, that's fucked up.
Yeah, that's some bullshit.
And then what the fuck else?
That's
Oh, I
never
got
been
another Dino Drac box that I wanted to open because those are fun. Those are
Those
fun
are
to
awesome.
open. You know, a lot of that shit probably could go in the trash.
Yeah, most of it goes right in the trash.
But it's like that instant, just like, oh, look at this. I remember this shit. Oh, cool little treat here. Oh, there's some Bubblicious. I made one of the most recent boxes. He sent a package of Kool-Aid Sharkleberry Finn. I got a pitcher full of Sharker.
Jesus.
I did it the first time. I nailed it.
You got it. I understand. We got you.
Sharkleberry.
I got a pitcher full of Sharkleberry Finn in the fridge right now. I'm gonna have to go get some on the break, but those are fun. Check out Dino Drac.
I saw at Walmart that like 4-pack of the grayscale turtles. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
They're like,
I'd have to take a closer look at that because I don't know. Playmates isn't exactly on the level of a NECA.
Oh, no,
current.
not at all.
I definitely need some classic comic turtles in my collection. Somewhere down the line. I already told Mary I'm going to need to get another street diorama. I'm going to paint a wall the color of pizza, and then I'm just going to have street dioramas just lining the whole thing.
You can do worse.
Yeah.
They're fucking cool. I think the 4-pack is like, I think it's less than $50 for all 4 of them. So
I'd have to see it in person, but it's Walmart, so I'm probably never going to see it in person. You
really
see that
bad?
Well, no, we just don't do Walmart. Our
okay.
closest Walmart here sucks. So it's just and Mary's against it. So that's why when we went to New Hampshire, I was like, Mahoney, let's go to some Walmarts. Oh, speaking of which, as I was talking about Mahoney being summoned, he's messaging me on Messenger saying, it wouldn't launch. And then he says, in regards to fantasy football, Tell them I say fuck them all. Sorry they had to try for the entire season and couldn't coast the last 6 weeks.
Mahoney, I was on your side.
Well, not you.
I made all of Panels on Pages on your side.
Obviously not you, and obviously not me.
Well, that's true.
And probably not Lee either.
I mean, he did say fuck them all. It's a cast a pretty wide net is all I'm saying.
Hey,
yeah, motherfuckers, not just me. Fuck y'all too.
And then the other...
Who was it? All right, we need to find out who this is. Who is telling Tito?
I don't want to... No. Okay, this is all I know. And I probably should... I spoke out of turn. I probably shouldn't have said nothing, but it's all in fun. Tito, at one point, I don't know if it was privately or in a group message, he's like, man, I haven't ever gotten private messages like the entire 5 years we've been doing this, but this past week when you tried to trade Antonio Brown, I got like 50 messages.
That's hilarious.
Well, you know what? Whoever's messaging them, why don't you bring it out into the limelight?
Hey, it's all good.
I did.
It's all good.
Okay.
Go. I'm on record.
It's true.
I said what I thought.
Were you DMing Tito?
I don't know if I did that. If I did,
Right,
it wasn't 50
so
times.
It wasn't you. You were actively telling people how you felt.
I said my grievance about the
You
thing,
did.
but I
You
never
did.
brought. I don't know if I ever, like, I haven't brought it up since I've said what I've said.
I
then
think
and
we
this.
should have more trades.
Mandatory trade.
We should have
Each
like
week,
after-
everyone has to make a trade.
After week 10, you should be forced to make trades every
No,
week.
I like it to where if you lose, that team gets one of your people.
Oh, like Pokemon.
Like you have a select reserve where those are not touchables.
Yeah.
Just because you lost a game, but like anyone off your bench, maybe.
I like it.
So sorry
you
to...
you have to still exchange a person for a person, so you're not losing everybody. You know what I mean?
So sorry to everyone that was had forgotten about fantasy football, but our draft is on September 1st, so it's coming, guys. But we got our own Discord, so that's cool. Right?
Damn right.
And then the other notable thing of the past week is finally saw Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Oh, yeah.
So we can talk about
shit.
that.
Cool. We can talk about that today.
Wild.
Let's say
quick.
spoiler warning right now,
Yeah,
because
turn it
you guys
on,
are right.
Play this. We need a sounder. We need like a
spoiler
like
warning sounder. Yeah, I was thinking the same shit. Yeah, you're right. So yeah, spoilers.
Here, I'll do one. Spoiler alert, motherfuckers.
Wait, do it again so we can get it clean.
Oh man, that was clean.
No, I was laughing.
No, but now you put me on the spot.
God damn it.
I'll do it again.
All right.
I'll hit you clean. Spoiler alert, motherfuckers.
Solid. I like it.
That's good. I like that one.
Good job. We'll throw a little like horn behind it or something.
Yeah.
That's going in. So, you guys were right that it is. You can have this movie spoiled for you, even though it's loosely based around actual events.
Yeah, no, you definitely can.
Yeah.
They straight up Inglourious Bastard.
Yeah.
This
Yep.
shit.
I tried telling Nate, I was like if you're gonna see it, go see it in the theater for the experience, and you need to see it quick before you find out what happens.
Yeah.
'Cause
That's why I said on
you don't
Twitter-
watch it the same.
Yeah, go in with knowing as little as possible.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
and
they're not listening to that right now. We told them to get the fuck out of here.
Hey, we played the sounder.
It's true.
That we just made. God damn it, microphone.
I said it on Twitter. It felt like one of the least Quentin Tarantino-y movies, except for the feet stuff. Like, it wasn't...
Yeah.
It wasn't...
Feet.
They were
wasn't
fucking everywhere.
full-on Tarantino.
Driving. Feet. Commercial. Feet.
Jose said...
Old movie, old show, commercial, feet.
Jose said when the one put her feet up on the dashboard, he thought she was going to kick the window out.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
But it had his directing flourishes, but not necessarily his, like, you know, the rhythm of like a Pulp Fiction or that kind of feel. It felt like a real ass. Not to say his movies aren't real ass movies, but there weren't any N-words, is what I'm gonna say.
Yeah, no,
it was a lot like Jackie Brown. It felt like a real movie.
Yeah.
And did anyone see him? I did not see him, notice him.
I think Mary told me this, but there's a rumor or someone said that he is the director in the post-credits scene, the Red Apple commercial.
Yeah, you can hear
him off screen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Huh.
And that counts. That works.
Yeah, I'd say that counts.
Yeah, like it took me a little while, probably a solid week before I was like, yeah, no, I definitely liked it because
I didn't know how I felt about it. I definitely didn't walk out thinking it was my favorite, and I was like, could I watch this again? But the longer I'm away from it, the more I'm like,
I had a great time.
Immediately, I loved it.
Yeah, same. I had a great time. I love his movies. He really
I had a
can't.
great time with it. I
slow
felt like
burn. It is a very slow burn.
Well, not even just that. Like, I appreciate that. It's just I felt like it got me. Like I got by it.
Yeah. And you're like, what?
That kind of pissed me off, and I'm like, yeah, well.
Like you were you were getting ready for that scene,
something horrible,
that grisly scene, but you got a completely different grisly scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then but then like because of the fact that it is that very different grisly scene, like what that means is that nothing that actually happens in the movie is relevant to its climax.
No.
Like
not
nothing
really.
at all. And you can and you cut out all the Sharon Tate stuff and the Polanski stuff, the movie doesn't change. Like it has no impact whatsoever on anything. Like
right. Except
the only relevance is what he pulls out the garage and just the fact that he's living next door to him.
Well, yeah.
It revitalizes his career.
Exactly. They plant the seed early. That's like, could you imagine? Like at one point we might just be watering the lawn or some shit, and here's Roman Polanski, and he's like, I thought of you for this movie, and I'm fucking back on top, buddy. And all he had to do was murder 3 people, one of which with a flamethrower.
and you know, they talk about Brad Pitt's character like maybe killing his wife, but they never really talk about whether or not it's true.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
So
they said he was like acquitted or something.
They
right?
leave it open.
Yeah. Well, and then there's
for all we know is he got jostled by a wave and shot out the thing that he was holding.
Yeah, it could be anything.
The discussion in the deal with Bruce Lee about manslaughter too. Don't forget that.
Right.
So there's that seed that's planted.
Yeah. So it just. But the longer it went on, the more I kind of appreciated that stuff because, like, that's kind of a ballsy way to tell a story, because that's just not how you tell a story.
Well, there was that actor who didn't that story is kind of
it was
a takeoff of another actor.
Wasn't it
happened?
Robert Wagner, Christopher Walken, and Natalie Wood. It was Natalie Wood died, and it's still a mystery behind her death. And she was married to Robert Wagner at the time, and then Christopher Walken was also on the boat.
And there was like a stuntman guy who was kind of loosely connected to the Manson family for a minute, and he shot westerns and shit. So like, you know, so
that's cool.
Yeah, because after the movie, I kind of fell down a Manson hole, and
you kind of have to.
I had no idea that he wasn't actually at the murderers. So
he sent them to do his dirty work.
I listened to there's this podcast called You Must Remember This, and it's basically a podcast about old Hollywood, and they did a 12-part series on Charlie Manson's Hollywood, and it's a lot of it's about the Manson family and the murders, but a lot of it's also about like Hollywood and like the culture during that time and kind of how that led to what happened. It's very well done. So, get that wherever you listen to your podcast. It's pretty good. It was from a couple of years ago. So I have to go back in the archives, but it's You Must Remember This, Charlie Manson's Hollywood. It's pretty cool.
Yeah,
worth a listen.
I have apparently a very limited knowledge of that whole situation, so I didn't want to jump right into researching it, but today I started to dabble a little bit, but it didn't scratch the itch that I was looking for.
It's fucking wild. It's
so what was everyone's theater's reactions to the final bit of violence?
I don't remember the rest of the theater's reactions, but we were fucking losing it.
Yeah, no, it was uproarious laughter in my theater.
When he just smashed that chick's face into the phone on the wall.
Yes.
Yeah.
He throws a can of dog food at that chick.
Like the funniest shit I've
and
ever seen.
fucks her nose up so it's hanging off of her face.
See, now, before that happened...
And then Rick fucking Dalton gets out of the pool like, shit. Wait, I still have my flamethrower. I know what to do.
The flamethrower thing was so fucking funny.
So I was thinking about it. There's the shot in the beginning and the little side story about the movie where he used the flamethrower.
Yeah.
And then, where he's burning a bunch of Nazis, and that makes you think of the theater scene from Inglourious Bastards. But you don't make the connection until he goes and gets the flamethrower and starts torching this chick in the pool that it's like, oh, okay, it's a subtle nod to how he changed the history of events in Inglourious Bastards and also does it in this.
Yeah, once he starts walking towards the shed, I'm like, oh shit. Is he? Oh, he is! He's got the flamethrower! Yeah, no, that was just everyone in my theater was just laughing like crazy.
There weren't that many people in our theater. It was like me and Nicole and a handful of other people, and like some of the people, this one group of like 4 or 5 people, they were older, like maybe like in their maybe like 60s. So it's like, and when it was over, they're like, there were definitely some tones of like, wait, fucking what? Over there, like, cause like, hey, like we remember this shit. Like, that's not what happened.
Yeah, but it tells you in the title, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Exactly. Yeah, like it's
a fairy
the more
tale.
I thought about it, the more I'm like, no, I'm definitely into this.
It has definitely gotten some criticism for being like a white hero fantasy where you kind of push aside the Sharon Tate murders and all that and make these guys the heroes.
But again, this is also the same guy that made a movie where they kill Hitler in a movie theater.
Sure.
Like, why not?
When he hit the acid cigarette, I was like, oh, is he gonna fucking go do it?
And away we go.
Yeah, and it was not what I fucking
And I was thinking it was gonna be he drove out to the ranch in Rick's car, so I thought that they were going to come back to like get revenge on him, but follow the car to Rick's house. Or get the house wrong or some shit.
Oh, yeah.
Or somehow Leonardo's character ends up in the house with the Tates when it goes down.
That too, yeah.
But
fucking threw you for a loop.
The opposite. Fucking that dog just fucking eating shit.
That dog is such a good boy.
It is the summer. It is the summer of dogs straight up eating crotches.
You real man?
And
you do devil stuff? What?
And how many Hollywood doing some devil shit. Hollywood children are in this. You got Maya Hawke, who's in it briefly. She dips out when they're driving up to do the murders. Harley Quinn Smith, Kevin Smith's daughter's in there as one of the Manson kids.
Dakota Fanning's in there for a hot minute.
Dakota
She's Squeaky
Fanning's
Fromm.
in there. Yep. The chick who plays Pussycat is Andy McDowell's daughter.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then Jose, you were asking about Rebecca Gayheart, and I didn't. Yeah. I recognized her name, but I didn't know who she was. She was Brad Pitt's wife. She used to be in those Noxzema commercials back in the day.
What? The who played the Italian chick?
No, not Leonardo DiCaprio's wife. Brad Pitt's wife on the boat.
Oh, the chick on the boat.
She's just bitching
That's why
at
I didn't
him.
recognize her. She had the glasses on.
Yeah.
If I would have saw her eyes, I would
and like a big hat or something.
Yeah.
And Leonardo's just so good in it. Everybody's so good.
Everyone's so good.
Yeah, no, they're awesome.
My one
the whole
complaint
cast.
was I didn't like how it kind of made Bruce Lee look like he was the asshole on set, always picking fights with stuntmen.
Yeah. People aren't the biggest fan of that.
There. I don't know, but it does. I see what he was doing. Like if there was ever a stuntman that could have realistically have pulled that off while tripping acid, it's going to be the stuntman that went toe to toe with Bruce Lee on set.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I get it.
And
if he was telling a story, Quentin's like, this fucking guy was so badass, he fucking beat the shit out of Bruce Lee.
He didn't beat the shit out of Bruce Lee, though. They were 1-1. They were tied. It was best out of 3. They were tied.
He's gonna try that shit again.
Yeah.
Throws him into the car.
Zoe Bell, my fucking car.
Yeah, she was pretty good.
Love Kurt Russell coming back as a stunt man again,
and then like the narrator as well.
Yeah, loved it.
Yeah, that whole bit too, where he's like, when he that launch of that flashback. Like, oh yeah, he's friends with the guy that does the Green Hornet. And there's like the whole flashback, and then just hard cuts back to him on the roof, and he goes, "Yeah, all right, fair enough." Yeah,
that's what kind of made me wonder if that actually ever happened or not. If that was like his whole fantasy of like, that's probably what would happen.
Yeah. I don't know. He seemed like a pretty straight shooter.
Yeah.
One thing, I know Jose's lady didn't expect it, but it is long. There are a lot of long shots of Brad Pitt just driving around Hollywood, which is cool because like
even the driving scenes are like cool.
Yeah,
and like that stuff.
That's why, like I said, it's like slice of life horror. You're just in for these guys' lives, and every now and then, when Manson shit pops up, it gets scary.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I thought I would see a lot more Manson.
Yeah,
he's in it for about 40 seconds.
Yeah.
And again, that's one of the things that made me feel like I got, but I appreciate it now.
Yeah. Well, that's the other is you get once okay, this is the night. Like you start getting real uneasy.
Yeah.
You're like on the edge of your seat the whole fucking time.
It's a horrible
the whole time
event.
He's at the farm.
You're like,
really
when's
uneasy.
shit going to get Manson-y? Because that's a horrible event that happened in real life that you don't really want to see on screen. Or doesn't really need to be on screen.
It's terrible. Yeah. The details are fucking awful.
And you're just uncomfortable, like, well, what's going to happen? How's he going to portray it? Who's there? What does this have to do with Leonardo? And then it just never goes there.
Yeah, and it becomes essentially, you know what? No, fuck these people.
Yeah. You know what? What if this shit was funny?
What if we bean some chick with a dog food can?
Jesus.
Raccoon flavor.
Fucking sane.
Remember when the dog ripped off that dude's dick and then you heard the sound of like guts falling out of him?
Oh my god. At one point, Brad Pitt is smashing that chick's face into the phone. And I think intentionally they do a hard cut to a dummy and then cut back to a regular stunt person. Like, for just one moment, it just looks like the worst dummy in the world.
So good.
It's great.
Yeah, it's great. It's good. And
one of the criticisms I saw, the Half in the Bag, Red Letter Media's Half in the Bag about Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is great. I highly suggest watching it. But one of the complaints they had was, Rick is this down and out actor who is trying to fucking get his next job, like trying to get back in the spotlight. But you got Leonardo DiCaprio playing him, who's one of the biggest actors in the world right now. Maybe cast someone who is already down on their luck, like do a John Travolta where you revive somebody's career. But that would be at the expense of Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt being on screen together as a buddy duo. But I get it.
He was so I can see that, but he was so good.
Yeah.
I can't complain about that.
And having that guy be the guy when the guy's like, yeah, I'm gonna put you in this crazy costume and the mustache, and he's like, how are they gonna fucking know it's me? And he goes, they won't. It's like, shit. Okay, fine, And that's the thing that would happen to like a guy who was like a leading dude. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Nicole and Zoe are going out of town for a girls' trip in a couple of weeks. I'm thinking about maybe having myself a Tarantino film festival while they're gone.
Nice.
It's been a while. Been too long.
You gonna show Jax all of them?
Yeah, I think he's really gonna like Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, start him out with Reservoir Dogs. Obviously.
You're gonna hear him down the hallway.
Bring out the gimp.
He goes,
Just
Dad,
fucking
Dad,
teddy bear with a guy with a
Dad.
mask on it.
Dad, what? Do I look like a bitch? Why are you trying to fuck me, Dad? I'm like, all right, go to your room. Good stuff. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. Yeah.
Glad to be able to talk to you guys about it.
Just definitely, if you're worried about that scene, don't be.
Well, specifically, our good friend Kristen who, is not a big fan of, those crime scene photos from...
Yeah, because they're fucking terrible.
Yeah. She loves horror movies, but something about that, I've never seen them personally.
Well, that's a little bit bigger than
I've never
horror.
seen them.
So she's been avoiding Once Upon a Time in Hollywood completely. So it's almost comical. The way it turned out. When Kelly and Kristen had a conversation about it on Twitter, it was like, so how was it? Like, were the murders like super grisly? Kelly was like, no, not really at all.
Because that's all you could say.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the Tate murders definitely aren't grisly in that movie.
Yeah, not one bit.
Nope.
Yeah, it's good. It's good times.
And everybody was great. Even the littlest roles.
Yeah. Except for Lena Dunham. Fuck her.
Fuck Lena Dunham.
Which one?
I mean, she was good as just a creepy weirdo.
Yeah, she is kind of typecast as a Manson family member.
She fits as that character.
She was Gypsy, Jose. She was like the mama of the ranch.
So why fuck her? What's everyone beef with that?
She
shit?
sucks, man. She's the one that diddled her sister and wrote about it in her book. And
what?
Whoa, you mean Guy Fieri and Whoopi Goldberg?
God damn it.
Remember that?
What's going on, Kelly?
Fucking nothing. Solid.
Fuck it, right?
Nice.
Yeah. Went to the state fair. That was alright. Ate some food. That was cool. I've been playing a lot of Fire Emblem. Watching a lot of wrestling. And there we go. That's my week.
Nice.
Just fucking living your best life.
I am.
I like it. How about you, Jose? Tell us about these fucking grasshoppers, dude.
Fucking Vegas was invaded by grasshoppers somehow, and they're just fucking everywhere.
Climate fucking photos, dude. Like
climate change is a myth.
They were fucking. There's one. The Lexor Hotel is a pyramid with like a light that shoots straight up. The first night we noticed it was like that whole light. It looked like some stranger shit. Like they've been summoned, kind of. Just fucking everywhere. And then we went and took a trip down to old time Vegas, and saw like the carny shit and
looking to get straight up stabbed.
Well, the whole place smelled like fucking weed and madness. That's the only way I can explain it. Whatever you think that smells like, you are correct. So
I bet it smells like Jose's office right now.
Hey, I do got poker chips in here, which is another cool thing. Was I learned my speed last? I was there too long. 3 weeks in Vegas, too fucking long. But
that'll send a
I
weaker
knew
man to
I was
his
going to be
grave.
there, so I fucking paced my gambling out. I paced my spending. What I was willing to lose, what I was willing to win, and I went with 500 cash. And between gambling every day, which I did, I gambled every day I could. Tipping, buying shit, spending money. Went to get my glaucoma prescription filled.
Nice.
And boy, did I tell you, filled. So that was cool.
I hung out with Jose yesterday. I think it was yesterday. Feels like it could have been a week ago. And I think he gave me glaucoma. Holy shit.
Hey, he asked for it.
He got me so fucking high, I got glaucoma.
Well, it's funny because I'll save it. for off air. It's funny.
Fucking what? Okay.
But what I don't know. You guys tell me I'm wrong, but it looked like everywhere there was purple, there were more grasshoppers.
Huh.
So,
well, I just assumed it was just everywhere is purple in Las Vegas.
No, not everywhere, but like there was like this purple wall that seemed to have way more grasshoppers.
Interesting.
Than other walls.
I read it's because of the warmer winter, or no, it was a wet winter
Of the why?
Yeah.
What caused it? Yeah, it was something to do with the weather. Everyone kept saying, but it was still fucking freaky.
No thanks. Remember that time when we lived out in the country and we were driving down that one road that was covered in frogs?
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen that before.
You're driving and you just hear them jumping under your car, committing suicide. You're like, oh, I'm so sorry, but I really want to get home.
That is some plague shit.
Yeah, no shit. Oh, and all kinds of plague jokes. So that was fucking creepy. But you know what really grinds my gears, goddammit?
Oh, man.
These fucking articles written about fucking people's fan art.
Yeah.
Like,
what?
Army Hammer suits up as fucking Green
That's
Lantern.
been on my feed for 3.5 days, and I can't.
And then it's just like story, and at the bottom it's some guy's fucking Photoshop. Hey guys, check this out. I did this after on the shitter on my phone.
I thought you were gonna talk about Army Hammer letting his kid suck his toes.
What
I saw that
the
on
fuck
Wendy, and that
are
was
you
very
talking
upsetting.
about? That's some Tarantino twist right there.
Oh my
Yeah, no,
god.
that shit was upsetting.
Que pasa me this? What the fuck did you just say?
Yeah. Was it Snapchat?
He's Snapchatting feet sucking?
His son was just going to town on
How
his
old?
toes.
How old?
This kid's got to be 3 or 4.
I think 3.
I don't have a kid. Lee, you have a kid. 3 or 4 too old to be sucking on them toes?
Definitely.
Okay.
Like,
Just full on in his mouth.
no.
It was real gross.
Way.
Okay. So that's
like
not like infant. That's straight on kid.
Like he was getting paid.
Yeah. No, that's pretty spot on. It was, and like I think
It says suck these toes, call me daddy.
I think the thing, like the caption for the video is like he's been doing this for 7 minutes or something like that.
No. I'm gonna take a hard pass on that one, fellas. Afraid
All right.
not.
Not cool.
I'm trying to find it, but I think
you know what's even more not cool?
Here we go.
Writing these goddamn articles based on someone's fan art they did.
Well,
Stop it,
the same
people.
thing happened
It's not
for.
a fucking article because some guy.
Yeah. Here's what Jensen Ackles looks like as Cyclops in the MCU. What? Oh, wait, it's a bullshit Photoshop. Okay.
So the same thing that happened for Black Panther 2 is someone
Yeah.
photoshopped a logo, Black Panther 2, Two Kings, I think it was, and the rumors are spreading that Namor is going to be the villain. But I think that's just people rewatching Endgame with the earthquake in the ocean line. But it could happen too. We were talking about
it could, but like that's not like it's a real thing. So we're fucking talking about like it's a real thing.
Like we just went over 4 years worth of Marvel movies. You know, and they didn't say anything about it. So calm your fucking tits. Jose, I linked it in the podcast chat if you want to check out that Army Hammer foot video.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, it's real upsetting.
Not everyone's life's for everyone. And some pictures just don't need to be taken. Because if I was that kid and I saw that, I'd slap somebody. Because be like, you let me do that? Like what?
For
And then
7
you took
minutes?
a picture and then you showed the world?
And then they put it on Wendy?
Oh, it made it to Wendy?
Yeah, no, that's how I know about it.
That kid's going to end up on Dr. Phil now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was what's
definitely got to be on Dr.
What's
Phil.
funny is it was an Instagram story, which those are supposed to like self-destruct, but no.
It's the internet.
Yeah.
Nothing
Yeah, it lives
self-destructs
forever
except
now.
for the internet.
Get on fucked up Arm & Hammer baking soda. It's not good.
Yeah, I mean, comic and like entertainment journalism has just gotten to the point where they're so starved for clicks. They're so hungry for clicks that they just got to go with fan art at this point. Like, I've muted almost all of the comics websites except for, I think, Hollywood Reporter, Heat Vision, and Superhero Hype. So who knows what CBR is doing these days?
Yeah,
Look at them
I
clicks,
long
fam.
unfollowed them.
It can't be
It's just-
good.
They're trash.
No.
And
It's
it
fucking
can't-
trash articles. Trash.
Not only are they trash, but it bums me out to think that someone does that for a living.
Yeah.
From the set of Batman,
But
who's
then-
this new villain sucking toes?
Present company excluded, because I know Zero does write headlines for clickbait as a living.
Well, don't you write one of them? God damn it.
Zero, you cool, man. You cool. We cool, man.
Well, there's clickbait with articles that may have some substance, but like somebody's fan art is like a get on. Check this out. This is what's going down.
Oh, that's like
fuck you.
No.
Zero in the chat says a 7-minute video of sucking your own toes sounds like a Belle Delphine bit. And no, he wasn't sucking his own toes. His
Yeah, no, he's sucking his dad's toes.
His son was sucking Army Hammer's toes. Yes. Speaking of, Belle Delphine is back, baby. Like not on
from the ashes.
not on Instagram, but like she's back active on Twitter and just killing it. Just
Selling
stupid.
that bathwater?
No, not really bathwater. Just putting up just ridiculous content. What was
Find
the
ridiculous.
one?
She's still jerking off octopuses?
I've been
or she
sharing
wouldn't
the
let-
shit with you, man. Well, there is the one of her in like a link hat, a bra and panties, and it starts up with a close up of her feet. And it says "Hello, Internet," and then it's her with the Triforce sword.
Directed by Quentin Tarantino.
And she's pushing her Patreon hardcore. NSFW. Get that
But
money,
is
girl.
she jerking off octopus?
No, there's no octopuses. It's mostly cosplay from the looks of things.
Okay, so she learned her lesson.
Oh my god.
She
Jose.
sure did.
Who
I'm
knows?
just saying, she should have just left the octopus out.
Well, maybe she's saving that for Snapchat.
When she wants it, when she's no longer relevant, she wants to get banned again.
Zero
Brought
says
that
that his clickbait is trying to trick you into a casino, not trying to bullshit nerds.
Okay, so respect.
A fool and their money will soon be parted, essentially.
All right, well, just don't be clickbaiting no fan art of gambling.
No gambling fan art. Definitely
Don't be
not.
telling me it's real gambling. It's a picture of some dude gambling. I want real gambling.
So what do we think? Do we have any, besides pop topic stuff, do we have any emails or anything, Lee? Are we ready to take a break and come back and talk Muppets?
I think we're ready to take a break and talk some fucking Muppets.
Okay, cool. I got a Popcast Classic.
Yeah, we heard.
About 5 minutes long.
Lee kicks it off.
Lee does kick it off.
I might have enough time to make a PB&J.
You might. Yeah, I did give you a little preview of it earlier. It is from episode 54, which is not currently available to download anywhere because TalkShoe's servers died or whatever. But this was a pretty monumental episode. I believe, it must have been April, was it? Oh, I think it was when we were headed to Pop Goes the 4th. So it was around July 2010, maybe, around there. But it was the episode where we interviewed Axel Braun about Batman Triple X. And it was the episode that the listeners were introduced to the fangirl of the month of that month, none other than Captain Painway.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, who's that?
Check this out. And we'll be back in 4 minutes and 30 seconds.
Break! All right, so yeah, let's get into it, man. What's happening? I will let Miss May go first. Captain Painway, how you doing?
Woo! Doing good. Oh.
So what's going on?
Is my microphone working okay now?
You sound good.
Yes.
You sound good.
Okay, good. know how they work.
I love Kerouac's nickname that he coined for you before the show. C-Pain.
C-Pain.
So,
motherfucking C-Pain.
So introduce yourself. In case bitches have been living under a rock and have not gone to PanelsOnPages.com and read the Fangirl of the Month interview, introduce yourself. Who are you? Well, let us inside your head. Should we know you, Captain Painway?
Should you know? Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm fucking awesome.
I like it. I like it.
How did you find us, Miss Painway? Captain even.
Let's see. Started listening to the Geek Show, which turned me on to Mediocre Show, which turned me on to The Awful Show, which turned me on to you guys.
I like it.
So,
I like it.
I like how the names suggest a backwards progression. I was listening to the Geek Show, and then it was too good, so I went to the Mediocre Show. Still, really, I deserved less, so I went to the Awful Show.
And she kind of just waltzed in and won our first ever Pop That Pumpkin contest with her badass Spock.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
I also want to share with you that Chris is texting me right now like he doesn't know I'm doing a fucking show.
Yeah, fucking Chris
Like
and his fucking mini-mate custom.
Like I'm not busy right now. Like, love you, Chris, but fuck, come on. But yeah.
Text me pictures of your dick, Chris.
But no, that Spock pumpkin was pretty damn awesome.
Inside joke.
Yeah, not so much.
Well, thank you.
But no, yeah.
I was gonna do it anyway, and then I heard about the contest, and so I was like, I might as well enter it because I already carved it. So.
And look how that worked out. Although my favorite picture of the Spock pumpkin were the ones as it was clearly on its way out.
Yeah, it grew old and it was all wrinkly. It was like the old Spock from the new movie.
Yes.
No, it looked like
being
old.
chased by Eric Bana.
Yeah, no, it looked like old Spock's ball bag. I mean, it was pretty rough.
Oh.
There was some seriously bad shit going
Probably
on.
smelled like it too.
Oh, really? Really? Ew.
Wow. Fantastic.
That's disgusting. So disgusting.
So wait, why do my balls smell like pumpkin? That's weird.
Oh my.
This is not logical.
So what's going on? What have you been doing? Anything exciting happening over the weekend?
Well, first off, what is this whole Captain Paintway thing? Explain that.
True enough. Thank you for interviewing better than me today. Go for it.
Well, I was going to say.
No, fuck that. Make them read the website.
Right.
Did you even read your own article? You don't realize that her number is 7 of 9?
No, I do, but I thought you were going. We were talking to a porn director. We were talking to a porn director. 6 and 9 would have been an obvious choice, and I wasn't even thinking. And then I'm like, oh my god, Knize just made a 7 of 9 reference.
Also, anybody that reads the article, Captain Painway's Fangirl of the Month article, will not be surprised to see that Kerouac references his 21-year-old girlfriend within the span of a Fangirl of the Month article. Well done, sir.
Oh, for fuck's sake, dude.
Yeah.
For fuck's sake.
Yeah,
I
for
made
fuck's
one
sake.
comment saying that nobody was going to judge her for being a nerdy couple.
Yeah.
And your response was, oh yeah, I'm in a nerdy couple too. She's 21 years old and she wears a costume of the mascot of my website.
I did not say any of that, you bastard.
Not
Look
after
at this picture of me in the wig.
Look at my pastiness.
Here's me holding the boot up in front of my junk.
Oh yeah, that picture never needs to be seen again.
Oh man.
I fucking forgot about that picture with the boots. God damn it.
Got him.
Does that Chris guy ever still text you?
You know what? Not often. Not. It's been a hot minute.
I wonder what he's up to.
So, spoiler: no
Probably
peanut butter and
covered in
jelly
sweat.
sandwich.
Oh, no peanut butter and jelly. What you got?
Churro cereal.
Well, you're
They're,
pronouncing things like Knize.
Yeah, it's funny because I went and got myself a cup of Sharkleberry Finn during the break.
Nice.
Did you guys?
You did it.
Like, it's been so long since I made Kool-Aid. This shit has so much sugar in it.
Oh, yeah.
It's 2 quarts of liquid,
You get to control the sugar that goes into it.
By the directions. The directions are 2 quarts of water, a packet of Sharkleberry Fin, and a full cup of sugar.
That's a lot of fucking
or
sugar.
Splendor.
Yeah, guy that I was in the band with in high school used to make what he called Ghetto Aid, which was that recipe, but with 3 cups of sugar.
Oh my God! Oh no!
Yeah.
No!
He was a goddamn maniac.
I guess
fine tuba player.
I guess I had never made Kool-Aid up until I lived on my own. So the first time I made Kool-Aid in my first apartment, I just thought you put the packet in and fucking filled it up with water and you're good to go.
Is incorrect.
It was like bad Gatorade.
Yeah, it's a bad time. It's not good.
Fart like a fart. Got it.
So yeah, all right. So let's fucking get into it, man, because I'm excited about this one.
Mm-hmm.
So the assignment for this week was simple: take any movie, keep one human character, one human actor as a character, but then recast the rest of the movie with Muppets. This makes me so goddamn happy. So good. So good. So I'll kick us off.
All right.
My movie.
Your magnum opus. You jerking the curtain instead of main eventing, huh?
Fair enough.
No, I like it. Give it to me.
This is Muppet Iron Man.
All right.
I like it.
Which could be the first in an MCU of Muppets.
I like that even better.
So playing the role of Tony Stark, Gonzo.
Okay.
Because who better to get the shit beat out of him by a bunch of failed armor attempts than Gonzo?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
His best buddy, Rhodey, played by Kermit.
Perfect.
Okay.
Head of security, Happy Hogan, Fozzie Bear.
Yep.
Pepper Potts will be played by the lovely Janice.
All right.
Okay.
Like that. Bunsen Honeydew will be Ho Jensen, helping Gonzo to make the first armor in the cave.
And appearing later.
Yeah, he'll be in Muppet Iron Man 3 as well for a cameo appearance.
Nice.
Yeah. Raza, the General for the Ten Rings, will be played by Sweetums. In his first of many appearances playing the character, Scooter will be Agent Coulson.
Perfect.
Sam Eagle will be Nick Fury.
I like that one a lot too.
The voice of Jarvis will be played by the Swedish Chef. Obadiah Stane is going to need a crack team of scientists trying to crack the arc reactor tech, and that's going to be Rizzo, Pepe, and the rats just scurrying around the lab trying to figure out how that shit works.
Nice.
And Obadiah Stane will be played by Jeff Bridges.
I love it.
And I'm real mad that they're not making that shit right now.
I love some of your picks. Gonzo's inspired, and then when you went to Rhodey, I figured, I mean, in like all the Muppet movies and shit, like Rizzo is Gonzo's sidekick. So I thought Rizzo for Rhodey, and then
Rizzo doesn't have the gravitas for Rhodey.
I get it. But just in my head, some of my notes, and then if we're going Pepper, the Pepper to Gonzo's Tony Stark would be Camilla the Chicken, right?
It would be Camilla the Chicken, but
Janice has the likeness.
Yeah, I like it.
Janice has a likeness, not a lot of range with Camilla. Unless you want just a Pepper Potts to cluck through the entire movie. But I went back and forth between Sweetums as Raza, and then I thought Dr. Teeth as Raza would be pretty good.
Yeah.
I think your best picks are Gonzo, Scooter, and Sam Eagle. Those are, well, and Jeff Bridges. Jeff Bridges ties it all together.
Yeah.
Ha! I didn't even mean to do that.
Yeah.
Go me.
And I don't know. The thought of the Swedish Chef being Jarvis is fucking hysterical.
That's
Because
inspired.
at that point, Jarvis was controlling the house too. You know, he'd be like, "And turn on the Lutzen," and the lights come on. You know?
We're gonna go flush the toilet.
Oh, on that note, the Waze app now has a feature where the navigation can be presented to you in the voice of Cookie Monster, and that's delightful. It's a good time. It's very fun. So,
I want to go.
Okay.
go, Kelly. What you got?
All right. So originally my idea was for Inglourious Bastards, but since we talked about that last week on the show, I went with a different movie.
All right.
That movie is Mad Max Fury Road.
Fuck yeah.
All right.
Cool.
Max is, of course, played by Kermit. Furiosa, still Charlize Theron.
Oh!
Imagine Kermit stuck to the front of one of those cars with that metal mask on his face.
Nux, the war boy, is played by Scooter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Morton Joe is played by Gonzo.
Oh, man.
The five brides are played by Camilla the Chicken, Miss Piggy, Peppy the Prawn, Rizzo the Rat, and Janice.
Hold on. List those again?
Camilla the Chicken, Miss Piggy, Peppy the Prawn, Rizzo the Rat, and Janice.
I did have to Google female Muppets for this exercise, that's for sure.
The Bullet Farmer is played by Crazy Harry, who is
that's a good one.
The bomb guy. Rictus Erectus is played by Sweetums.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
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 And the flame guitar guy, that's the Swedish Chef.
Rocking out.
What was his name? He had a name.
The Doof Warrior?
Doof Warrior, that was it, yeah.
Yeah, I might need a print of this movie poster.
Yeah, I want prints of all these movie posters so far. Quite frankly. I love this exercise.
Zero in the chat, or going back to Lee's picks. Even if someone just redubbed Swedish Chef over Jarvis, I'd rewatch every MCU movie. I think we might have to do that. I'm gonna make a note.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Because that's an easy fix.
Yeah, Jarvis as the chef.
So good.
Oh god, and then the Swedish Chef would be Vision.
Yeah. Yes, he would. You goddamn right
The
he
Swedish Vision.
Juggalo John emailed us. Yeah, they call that the Vision.
For all you juggalos and juggalettes.
Oh, speaking of who's back.
Oh, your boy got AA'd onto that deck today with a bunch of Legos and light bulbs. And that one, I felt that one myself.
Yeah, they let that one hang for a while, too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was
I like his new friend.
Yeah, well, I mean, it definitely ups the production value because he can get moves done to him instead of just jumping off of shit.
Yeah.
And they must be getting ready to rebuild that deck or something.
Oh, yeah, that deck's been paid for.
So Juggalo John writes in, and he's throwing out Psycho.
Nice.
Okay.
All right.
This is an easy one because a pretty small cast, if I remember correctly.
He does make the point that this casting would work for either version of the movie, but he feels it works best for the 1960 version because he just sees it in black and white in his head.
And then you don't need to have a weird scene of a Muppet jerking it.
Yeah.
Remember that movie when they're like, all right, it's a shot-for-shot remake, except for the scene where Vince Vaughn is jerking it.
One shot.
Now, I haven't seen either of them, but that shot's not in the original?
No.
The shot where he looks through the he does definitely peeps on her, but he doesn't jerk it.
Yeah, but then because it is a shot-for-shot remake, except for that one scene.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't understand why.
It's very strange.
Very strange. All right, so shit, I lost it. There it is. So Bert is Norman Bates.
Oh, I didn't even think of Sesame Street.
Yeah.
Muppets.
Yeah. That
That's kind of great.
Yeah, I just want straight Muppets.
Well, I mean, Sesame Street is Muppets, man.
Yeah, no, that's brilliant.
Janice is Marion Crane.
Janice is going to get a lot of work out of this show.
Lila Crane is played by Denise, the pig from the ABC Muppets show.
Yes, who was
the
like
sexy pig.
Yeah, who was like one of Kermit's girlfriends.
Yeah, because he likes fucking pigs.
Yeah.
Kermit's got a type. Guy Smiley will be Sam Loomis. Like that. Rolf the dog is private investigator Milton Arbogast. Link Heartthrob is Deputy Sheriff Al Chambers. Dr. Bunsen Honeydew is Dr. Fred Wrenchman. Pat Hitchcock is Caroline. Uncle Deadly as George Lowry, the real estate office manager. Forgetful Jones is Tom Cassidy. Mildred is Mrs. Chambers. Johnny Flama is the highway patrol officer. And Beauregard is the car dealer, California Charlie.
Man, I love Beauregard.
Mr. Beauregard, I do.
Got the vapors.
Who's Beauregard? I can't remember him right
He's
now.
like the janitor.
Little janitor.
Oh,
guy.
yeah.
He was also the cab driver in Great Muppet Caper, if I'm correct.
I think so.
Like
yeah.
that was his like big role in the movies.
Yeah, I like the one is just Pat Hitchcock is the human. That's pretty great. I like that.
That's great.
Let's go. Solid. What else?
I hope no one takes mine.
Go, Jose.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
Go first. Go first, just in case.
All right. Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Okay.
Yes.
Kermit is Royal Duke. Gonzo as Dr.
Gonzo.
I mean, if there's anything more on the... So now, throughout the movie, you can have...
on the nose.
come in different areas to be... Because it's all just cameos and everything. But I have a list of certain cameos to be some of the Muppets. The hitchhiker that was...
Tobey Maguire.
Played by Fozzie Bear. The Cameron Diaz's character, who Gonzo's like, we had a connection.
She was the reporter, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Miss Piggy.
Okay.
Lucy, Christina Ricci's character, Janice.
Yeah.
The Highway Patrol, who is it? Busey, Gary Busey?
Mm-hmm.
As Sweetums.
I fucking love Sweetums so much.
Sweetums is the best.
My two, I could just give me a kiss. Got him fucking pulled over on the side of the road. I want a kiss. My human, Timothy Leary, the guy that played Timothy Leary, and Flea is Animal. The scene in the bathroom where he finds LSD. So it's just Kermit the Frog and Animal finding LSD for the first time in the bathroom.
Just Animal just licking Kermit's sleeve in slow motion.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So that's my movie.
That's fucking great. That's great.
That's so on brand.
That's really, really good. We got a Twitter one, Knize?
Yeah, we got a bunch on Twitter. Let's go with JM does Clue.
Nice.
Solid.
Nice.
Kermit is Mr. Green, obviously.
Obviously.
Miss Piggy is Miss Scarlet. Fozzie is Colonel Mustard. Gonzo is Professor Plum. And Beaker is Mrs. Peacock. Mrs. White is the only one he's not sure on. Maybe Swedish Chef, just to hear his version of the flames are on the side of my face line. And keeps Tim Curry as the butler.
Obviously.
Beautiful.
That's really good.
Can we Clue movie night, please?
Ooh, I bet you.
I've
think
actually
it's on
never
Prime.
seen that one, so I'm in.
Yeah, Clue is on Prime, by the way.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, I mean, we had plans for next week. Do we want to switch that up?
Yeah, I mean, that's something that we know for a fact everybody could get to. So maybe.
Yeah.
Cool. It's funny because Kristen was actually going to do Clue as well. So She was pissed that JM got it before her, but she then did Ferris Bueller. So we've got keep Matthew Broderick as Ferris, Fozzie as Cameron, Gonzo as Sloane, Piggy as Jeannie, Sam Eagle as Mr. Rooney, Rizzo as Grace. Grace was the secretary, right? He's a real righteous dude.
Yeah.
Statler and Waldorf as the waiter. Kermit as Ferris's dad. Scooter as Ferris's mom. Zoot as the teacher Ben Stein played.
Oh, yeah.
Ralph as the Bueller's dog. And for the character Charlie Sheen played, a special appearance by Oscar the Grouch.
Oscar the Grouch in the back of the bus.
That one tickles me.
I like that. That's really good. Love it. We got an email from Vetter. He writes in, the subject line is ate his liver with a side of fava beans and a nice Chianti. Waka waka waka. That's what he did. Open the email, goddammit. Oh, this email crashed. I'm gonna be so mad, you guys.
Oh no. I can probably
All right. Well, we'll come back to that one because being a dick. Oh no, here it is. As much as I wanted to do a Truman Show where everyone is a Muppet but Truman, I chose to go a different route.
That'd be fucking pretty cool.
That's great.
Wait, God damn it! He says I give you Pulp Fiction Muppet. That's not that line at all. You tricked me, you son of a bitch.
He fucking swerved us just like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Swerved me.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Okay. The traditional route says to go with a combo of Kermit, Gonzo, or Fozzie as Jules and Vincent. But Pulp Fiction was hardly a traditional movie. I want my favorite Muppets in the roles of Travolta and Sam Jackson, none other than Waldorf and Statler, cracking their way about cheeseburgers and Ezekiel verses.
No, that's great.
Boo, that Royale with cheese. Boo.
It's great because you've got just the images of them together holding up the guns. You're riding in the car. All that.
That's pretty good.
I dig it.
That's good. The Swedish chef plays Tarantino's role and makes the gourmet coffee. Rolf the dog is Marcellus Wallace.
Cool.
And his wife Uma, the sole human. Gonzo as Butch. That's Bruce Willis's character with Piggy as his wife. Bunsen and Beaker as the pawn shop owner, and the cop with a masked animal as the Gimp.
Yeah.
Dr. Teeth and Janice are the cafe robbers, which was a bunny and
pumpkin, honey bunny and pumpkin.
Yeah.
Then Fozzie shows up, and Christopher Walken's role as the colonel that hides a stopwatch up his butt. And then the smuggler out on his ass.
I put this uncomfortable piece of metal up my ass. That's more Ray Romano.
Well, there you go.
They're within a couple degrees of each other.
Yeah, no, they're pretty close.
Everyone loves Fozzie.
There are plenty of minor roles to go around as well. P.S. Look forward to seeing you all on the gridiron. God, can't escape this bullshit.
Football. To get I hope you kept my return address, motherfucker.
He doesn't have the belt. Shark has the belt.
I'm talking to whoever has the belt.
You moved.
Oh yeah, don't send it there.
Oh my god.
DM me.
J-Pop on Twitter also did Pulp Fiction.
All right.
He says keep Tarantino in there as Jimmy as the one human.
Well, that way then you don't have to have any Muppets saying the N-word.
Oh no! There's
cut all the Muppets' faces stunned because they've never heard before.
Jimmy's not the only one that says the N-word in Pulp Fiction. Come on.
But it's cut together like a Sesame Street scene.
The letter N.
Beat me by half a second.
I didn't want to say it.
Miss Piggy as Mrs. Wallace. Statler and Waldorf as Jules and Vincent, respectively.
I like that, man.
No, that's fun.
Good. No, that is good. That them in the car together.
Kermit as Butch,
great.
and he says,
It's a world with cheese.
he says, I'm too lazy to think of anyone else in the other roles, so use your imagination. I was thinking Bobo the Bear as Marcellus, just because he's got that build.
That's perfect.
That's pretty good.
With just a fucking Band-Aid on the back of his head.
Oh, that's just pride fucking with you.
That's pretty good. I like that a lot.
I smell some.
Yes.
Some projects.
Oh my god.
Zero hit us up at that sweet new Panels on Page Discord.
Oh yeah.
Discord.panelsonpages.com. Get signed up for that shit.
What up, Discord?
And he went with the Fight Club Muppet Edition.
I like this one a lot.
He says, keep Ed Norton as Jack, the narrator. And then he says Rolf as Tyler Durden. Makes note. Says, I know it sounds weird, but try reading just about any of Tyler's lines in Rolf's voice. They work. We have no Great War, no Great Depression. Our Great War is a spiritual war. Our Great Depression is our lives. Great. Janice as Marla Singer. So just Ed Norton power fucking Janice.
And Ralph power fucking Janice.
And Ralph, yeah. Yeah, it was Raw. Yeah, not Ed Norton. Yeah. Fozzie Bear is Bob, but Fozzie is in a fat suit.
with bitch tits.
Bitch tits. Sam Eagle is Richard Chesler, Jack's boss. And introducing Arlo as Angel Face. Look up Arlo on YouTube if you haven't heard of him.
Or the guy that talks about Nintendo things.
Okay. Is he like a Muppet, a puppet person?
Yes.
He kind of looks like a cross between an Elmo and a Grover. Looks like.
Yeah, he's like if Elmo and Grover. He's Elmer.
He's not an actual Muppet. He's just a puppet.
Yeah.
He's a YouTube star.
And he always talks about Nintendo games.
Oh, nice.
Okay. But I said, if we're going with actual Muppets, Walter is Angel Face.
No, Walter is not an actual Muppet. Get the fuck out of here.
Ooh, shots fired. Shots fired on Walter.
That entire movie does not count. It is non-canon.
Who's Walter?
Walter is Jason Segel's Muppet brother.
Oh, yeah, no, that doesn't count.
I don't like that movie.
Nah.
That movie's all right, but they did make a very wise choice in course correcting for the sequel and having Walter barely be in it.
Was Jason Segel even in it?
He was not.
Yeah. But that sequel it did not do well at all.
I think it made something like $27.
Yeah. And they're not getting any of that Evil Kermit meme money either.
That's got Ty Burrell in it.'s funny.
Oh, I love Ty Burrell.
Yeah, it's not.
I thought about doing Dawn of the Dead, but keeping Ty Burrell.
That'd be that's fun. That's a good idea. Not mad about that one. And then also on that Pop Discord, the lovely Mary Knize hits us up and says the Beverly Hillbillies. Reason behind this choice is that both Muppets Take Manhattan and the Beverly Hillbillies have Dabney Coleman playing basically the same character and featured a big wedding at the end. This movie was basically a Muppet movie anyway with human actors instead of Muppets. It also got that goofy humor that really worked for the Muppets. And you know what? That Beverly Hillbillies movie is really fucking good.
She loves that movie.
It's solid. All right, so
that was an era, man, wasn't it? Beverly Hillbillies, the Brady Bunch movies, all that shit.
And those movies are pretty good, man. They hold up. And then they start like somewhere around the Dukes of Hazzard, they just really took a turn. And shit's not good. But yeah, so that's okay. So Jed Clampett will be played by Kermit. Jethro Bodine, also Jethrine, will be played by Fozzie. Ellie Mae Clampett will be played by Denise. Granny is Gonzo in a wig. Jane Hathaway will be Janice. Laura Jackson is Miss Piggy. Woodrow Tyler, the Rob Schneider character, will be played by Rizzo.
Mm-hmm.
That's perfect.
Milburn Drysdale, played by Dabney Coleman, will be Dabney Coleman. And then Morgan Drysdale, Kevin Connolly, will be Bean Bunny. That's a deep cut, like that. Then Pearl Modine will be Ma Bear. Also, Dolly Parton as herself. I'm not counting her as a human character because she's a cameo. Same for Zsa Zsa Gabor and Buddy Ebsen as Barnaby Jones. Miscellaneous Muppets as Clampett family / wedding guests at the end. Love it. That's
fair
really
because Muppet movies usually have cameos in them anyhow.
Absolutely. Yeah. Like any of these movies, you can imagine like some random fucking extras in the back or whatever.
Yeah. If you need to fill out a scene, throw in some penguins or some rats or some Fraggles or doozers, whatever the fuck you got. Pigs.
Yeah. All kinds of pigs. Holy
Monsters.
shit. My house is legitimately shaking with the thunder outside. That's not...
I thought
not
you were
great.
about to say your house was on fire.
No. Well, it's
I gotta stop doing this podcast and go not be in my house.
real rumbly.
J-Pop said he had an addendum to his Pulp Fiction. He wanted to make Marvin Beaker. Or Beaker as Marvin.
Yep.
Man, you shot Beaker's head off!
But by the way, that Muppets Most Wanted had a worldwide gross of $80 million with a budget of $50 million.
I have not seen it.
So yeah,
I saw that Muppets one, and it kind of broke my spirit on the Muppet movies.
No, we loved that Muppets. We watched that one about 1,000 times. She was a big fan of all those songs and shit. She loved that movie.
I think I was kind of in for it until Bazinga showed up.
That's fair.
And then I checked out.
Yeah. And that is, unsurprisingly, the worst musical number in the movie.
Songs done by Brett from Flight of the Conchords.
Except for that one.
No, I think he did all of them.
We got one more. I got more on Twitter, Knize?
Yeah. Mahoney says the film is Showgirls. He says the human is the guy from the pool. Gonzo, in different costumes, plays all the other parts. I do believe he's talking about Kyle MacLachlan that fucks
I believe that's Kyle MacLachlan,
Elizabeth
yes.
Berkley in the pool. Just gnarly.
Just having the worst sex anyone's ever had.
Just wet, slappy sex. Ben checks in, resident film nerd. He's got two. He's got a shout out. He's got his original and a shout out. He does John Carpenter's The Thing. Keep Kurt Russell. And then you got Waldorf as Dr. Blair, Statler as Gary, Ralph as Clark, Barkley as the dog, Peppy the Prawn as Knowles, Swedish Chef as Norris, and Bunsen Honeydew as Dr. Copper. Oh,
I fucking love that.
Scooter as Palmer, Dr. Teeth as Childs, Zoot as Fuchs, and Beauregard as Windows. All those characters, like, I don't know any of the characters' names from fucking The Thing, so...
No.
I mean, one of those, I bet you Statler and or Waldorf, or the fat one, plays the Wilford Brimley character, probably. Is that right?
That checks out.
Yeah. And then he also does, his shout-out is Citizen Kane. Keep Orson Welles, Muppet Newsman as Thompson, Kermit as Leland, Gonzo as Bernstein, Janice as Susan, Sam Eagle as Thatcher, and Piggy as Kane's mother.
That's fucking great. That's pretty good. I'm not mad about that.
Never seen it.
Seriously?
Yeah.
That's not something that made you watch in film school?
No.
Interesting.
Yeah. They should have.
Yeah, I had to watch that in my one film class I took in college.
Yeah, I've actually never seen that one either.
It's fine. Just fine.
Just okay. We do have one more on Twitter and then two from Facebook.
All right. Hit us up with the Twitter one.
Twitter is from Junkle. Too Fast, Too Furious.
God damn it.
Keep Tyrese. Kermit as Paul Walker.
I love that it says Paul Walker.
Fozzie as Ludacris. Oscar the Grouch as James Remar. Sam Eagle as Tom Barry. Miss Piggy as Devin Aoki. Peppy as Ava Mendez. Oh my god. And Swedish Chef as Cole Hauser. Wait, I thought Paul Walker was Cole Hauser. Who the fuck? No, Cole Hauser's the bad guy, isn't he?
That's fucking great.
He was like
Doogie's dad?
He was Irish in Good Will Hunting, and he plays like Cuban in Too Fast, Too Furious, I believe.
That's fucking great. Love it. And so what got on the Facebook?
Facebook, we've got Jerry Whitworth checks in with Schindler's List.
I hate it already.
Keep Rafe Fiennes as Goth, but with Kermit and Piggy as Schindler and his wife, and Fozzie as Stern.
That just bums me the fuck out.
Yeah, like, is this like a serious pick, or is this trying to be edgy, or what? Because this just bums me out.
Yeah, there's no heart in this.
And just like, what a mockery.
Yeah, that's a bad pick. I'm gonna call it. That's an objectively bad pick, Jerry.
Judges?
Like, that's fucking terrible.
And then Eric Magnus checks in. He says, I tried to think of what I could contribute. Although I love the Muppets, I haven't watched them since the early 80s. Okay.
All you need.
He says he tried Beverly Hills Cop, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, but couldn't figure it out. So all I could come up with is Lex the Impaler. That's more in my wheelhouse.
Jesus Christ.
Lex the Impaler, you know, if you guys have been listening to Eric Magnus the past few weeks, right in his wheelhouse. This is his brand, because it is a porno movie.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Lex the
I was thinking the same thing. I didn't know what was going on, and then you started talking legit, and then okay, now I'm back.
The movie is Lex the Impaler. Keep Lexington Steele as the main character. Miss Piggy as Phoenix Marie. Denise as Christina Rose. Annie Sue as Cagney Lynn Carter. And Janice as Jada Stevens. So you just want to see Lexington Steele fuck a bunch of felt.
Did you say Janice as Cagney Lynn Carter?
Janice as... No, Annie Sue as Cagney Lynn Carter.
Who was Miss Piggy?
Phoenix Marie.
Okay.
Who is Annie Sue? I need a...
She's one of the Muppet Show pigs.
Yeah. Curly hair, kind of slutty.
That's really fucking funny. Well done.
We go from Schindler's List to Lex the Impaler.
Lex
the Impaler is more in the spirit of this fucking exercise, Jerry. That's really funny.
Just a bunch of Muppets getting fucked.
By a guy whose dick is probably bigger than the average Muppet.
Oof.
Very unsettling.
Just imagine close-up Muppet private parts.
I don't want to.
Just a prolapsed Muppet ass.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I love it, but I don't like it at all.
Let me
You ever see a Muppet squirt?
Would it be like
fur
or like glitter?
Yeah. What do Muppets squirt?
Would it make like a kazoo sound?
All right, I'm real uncomfortable with this line of questioning all of a sudden. This is really unsettling.
Juggalo John says Tommy Pistol did a puppet porn for Wood Rocket.
That checks out
Sure.
completely. I'm sure he did. It's hilarious. And then you didn't go yet, Knize, did you?
No.
Take us home. What you got?
Mine's kind of on the nose. I tried to think of other options, but I got the poster right here above my desk. So I got the Blues Brothers. I picked it because it's a musical. It's an ensemble cast, and they got that.
Okay, yeah.
They got that scene in the Toys R Us right before they drive through the mall, where the guy's like, he holds up the stuffed Grover, and he's like, "Do you have a Miss Piggy?" So that'd be kind of cool.
No, that's pretty good. Okay,
All
yeah.
right. So we got Kermit as Joliet Jake Blues, Fozzie as Elwood Blues, Gonzo, Rizzo, Scooter, and Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem as the Blues Brothers Band.
Okay, yeah.
There's the nun, Sister Mary Stigmata. Well, they go back to the school, the Blues Brothers do, and there's the nun, and then they go on the mission from God to save the orphanage. At first, I was like, because they call her the Penguin, I was like, well, just put a fucking penguin in there. But then I was looking through a list of female Muppets, and I came across Nanny, which I thought would be kind of cool, because she was like their mother figure of the Blues Brothers. You would just have to show her from the waist down, though. So maybe it's just a nurse's cloak, but it's voiced by June Cleaver. Clifford,
right.
who was he was like dreadlocked purple kind of soulful Muppet that they introduced around like the 90s. He would be Cab Calloway's character, Curtis. The Menomina Muppet as Reverend Cleophas James, played by James Brown. So just imagine him in front of just a pulpit, just doing the James Brown act. All of the state troopers would be played by just random pig Muppets. Link Hogthrob, though, would play the John Candy character of Burton Mercer, the main cop. Uncle Deadly would be the head Nazi, played by Henry Gibson.
Yes.
Yolanda, who I remember specifically from Muppets Take Manhattan, she was like Rizzo's girlfriend, would be Aretha Franklin's character who owned the Soul Food Cafe, and then Rizzo would be Matt Guitar Murphy. So, they go to the Soul Food Cafe, and Yolanda does the song, and then they bring Rizzo, and Rizzo's back in the band. Ralph as Ray Charles. Pops as the owner, Bob, of Bob's Country Bunker. Sweetums as Tucker McElroy, lead singer of the Good Old Boys. And he would need like a crew behind him of monsters. I just love from the Muppet movie where Sweetums is just chasing after them the entire time. Like that's basically what the Good Old Boys were doing in Blues Brothers. Statler and Waldorf as the Blues Brothers manager, Maury Sline. He just has one scene. They're in a steam room. The entire band's in a steam room. So I just imagine Statler and Waldorf topless with towels on in a steam room.
Obviously.
Miss Piggy would play the mystery woman as played by Carrie Fisher in the original movie. And finally, my human would be at the beginning of the movie when Joliet Jake's getting out of prison. He gets all of his belongings from a corrections officer played by Frank Oz.
Look at you.
Look at me.
Look at you. All right. It's some real full circle shit right there.
It
well
connected
done.
in too many spots for me not to do it. But Blues Brothers is my favorite.
No, that's fucking great. I'm just looking at some pictures of Sweetums, and I'm like, why is that not the fucking HasLab? That looks great.
Oh, a full-size Sweetums costume.
Fuck yeah.
I love Sweetums so much.
Sweetums rules.
Anybody seen a bunny?
Yeah, one of my favorite parts about when we did the Muppet thing at Hollywood Studios was the Sweetums running around the fucking audience. It was great.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Is that still there?
Yeah.
Yes.
Still the exact same show. Like, it's probably not long for this world, and it's needed to be updated for a decade. But yeah, it's still the exact same show.
That's awesome. Because we're going in October, and I would love to take the kids to see that again.
Yeah. The seats. I don't know what they've done to the seats, but they've gotten smaller over the years. I don't know why. Like, the seats just keep shrinking every year. So me and Mary cop a squat in the back. They've got nice plush benches for, like, handicapped and handicapped families. And if there's not a whole lot of people in wheelchairs, we just go pimp it back there.
Nice. Solid move. Well, that was fucking fun, you guys.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun. That was exactly what I hoped it would be.
I would pay good money for most of these.
Yes.
Being Poller.
Maybe not Schindler's List.
No, maybe not so much. But most of these were fucking winners. That's awesome. All right, so next week, in lieu of a list or a pop topic, we're gonna fucking watch Clue.
Yes,
I'm into that idea. Why not?
Yeah,
we haven't done movie night in a while, and it's on Prime. Fuck it, let's do it.
Yeah, we talked. We were talking about watching another movie, which we might put in our back pocket for later, and then just on the show, we just fucking on the, by the seat of our pants. Look, fuck it, let's watch Clue.
Because I haven't seen it since I was like a little kid.
Because obviously
I've never seen it.
We have at least.
I fucking okay. Clue was like Lee. What Daredevil was to you, that's what Clue was to me. Because Clue growing up is my shit. It's my game. We always played Clue. I fucking love Clue.
Dude, I fucking love Clue. How have we never played Clue together? That sounds great.
Oh,
Go on Twitch, you guys.
Oh, dude, play Clue on Twitch.
I'm fucking so in.
So yeah, Clue
Ooh,
confirmed is on Prime.
Yeah. So if they don't be assholes and take it down the next week, we're in good shape.
And I'll have to look into it. I talked about I had this tab open for being able to watch Netflix with a crowd. So we'll have to see if that'll work for Prime as well. We'll look into it. We'll let y'all know. Pay attention to all the social channels and all that. And the Discord, fucking Discord. Discord will get the exclusive. How about that?
What's Discord?
What is Discord?
We interrupt this broadcast.
All right, sorry, that's Netflix. What the hell am I looking for? Clue. How about you don't autoplay shit, Netflix?
The worst.
What do you think?
Shut up! How many more episodes of Stranger Things you got, Jose?
We are on the last two, so we're going to do the last two.
Me too. The last two, yeah.
Ooh, we should talk Stranger Things soon. Obviously not next week.
Yeah, but rewatch that scene. Like I rewatched it, and it's a little off because maybe copyright. I don't know, but it's close enough to where it's like.
I believe it. I believe you 100% because that dude. Okay, so what Jose's saying is there's a scene in a 7-Eleven in Stranger Things season 3 with one of the Russian characters, and the cashier does the Terminator theme on the register.
Yeah,
I believe it might as well have been Schwarzenegger.
This season has turned the lady off because she doesn't do. Well, no, hear me out. She doesn't do gore.
Yeah, it is.
She's not. She's not saying she doesn't like it, but she's just grossed out a lot.
It's gross.
So, like, what was her reaction to Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
Oh, that freaked her the fuck out. Let's believe that.
Oh my god, I was sold on Kelly. You're full. You don't watch.
No, I don't watch.
Okay, you hate smart kids.
Mm-hmm.
I was sold on season 3 of Stranger Things when that first episode or the second episode ends with all the rats going into the building and then they just start exploding.
Yeah,
I'm
like, okay,
fucking
so now
laughed so hard.
Yeah, like they went gore. They went gore on this one, which is cool because now they got the spy. The spy story going.
Yeah.
They got the blob type horror going.
It's a zombie movie. They got that Day of the Dead angle going on.
Yeah, like Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
And it's a summer kids like kids coming of age movie too.
Yeah.
Dump your ass.
You got the parents on there just fucking
There's nowhere to be found.
Yeah, but they keep trying to get to them.
Well,
they know they all end up in the same spot. They ain't worried.
Lee's talking more about the parents other than
Hopper. Homeboy's parents.
Yeah.
They're on a Ferris wheel?
And Lucas's parents are nowhere to be seen. They got 2 kids out there.
Yeah, fucking no place.
Yeah, she's kind of funny. But I'm like, this bitch. Mandan ice cream. God damn. And you can fucking see it in her face. Like that. Yeah, that's Uma's kid.
Oh, and you hear it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so weird watching fucking dudes and people we grew up watching in movies. Now we're watching their kids. Fuck me.
Oh, speaking of which, the girl who played BB in Kill Bill was also in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I don't.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Was she? She was probably a Manson girl, but she was in there.
Which one?
I'm saying she was probably just a Manson family girl that was just like in the background.
Yeah.
I didn't see her, but she's on IMDb.
And which character? I'm sorry.
Just one of the Manson girls, man.
No, like which girl from Kill Bill? I'm sorry.
Oh, BB, the daughter. Kiddo's daughter.
The whole purpose of Kill Bill.
Okay, I'm with you. All right, yeah, right on. Could be.
The fucking scene with the car. Fix it.
Oh, that was so great.
What? Ba-ba! Fix it.
Love some good comeuppance.
Can I wipe my mouth first? Fix it.
All right, let's talk comic books. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh shit! Caught me on
do
my
it.
heels.
The problem with comic books is the ink comes off on your hands. Every time you turn the page, you have to wash your hands.
So, that new Death's Head, it's real fucking good, you guys.
It sure is.
It's so good. It's fucking wonderful.
I don't know if you know this, everybody, but Death's Head rules.
Yeah, Death's Head rules. One of my, like, in a book full of great bits, one of my favorite bits is when Death's Head comes to and he's hooked up to this band. This band basically turned him into an amp, and so he escapes. A fight ensues with Wiccan and Hulkling, and they knock him out, and Billy basically teleports him back to the house. And so he wakes up in the tub, and like his little heads-up display looks down and says, "Drain located in floor. Probability of being murdered in a room with a drain, 94.5%." So fucking great. But just the art is great. It's super funny. Like, it's perfectly in the Death's Head voice. It's also a really good fucking Hulkling and Wiccan story, which I also like. Like, I haven't seen those guys in a little bit. Like, it's perfect. It's great. Like, there's not enough great things to say about it. It's fucking wonderful. Like, get in on some Death's Head. So much fucking fun. Not so great is the Venom annual. Cause like,
oh yeah, I didn't bother with that.
Well, like I thought it has some shit to do with like all this Venom shit they've been building to for like 2 years, and like
nope.
Nah.
You're like X of Vengeance, but not.
Like, ain't got shit to do with nothing. Like, the art's pretty cool. Like the way Homeboy draws Venom is kind of rad. I like that, but it's no, I don't get it. And so, what? This is part of a bigger story and other annuals. Is that what's happening?
Yeah, there's just a bunch of annuals that are like Acts of Vengeance type stories. I will say the Punisher one was great.
Yeah,
because he went to space and fought the Brood with J. Jonah Jameson's help.
Okay.
Because Jonah's just wandering around the space, like this. It was going to be like some space launch, and he's like, "Man," he's like, "Let me in there." You know, my kid went to space, and he's just like somehow finds his way onto the ship while Punisher's on there trying to kill people because they're bad. And then it turns out they're going to go be like egg carriers for the Brood.
That's pretty great.
It's pretty great.
That's pretty great. I like that. Let's see, Ninja Turtles 96 is excellent. The new turtle making some waves. Thanks,
Venus de Milo.
Thanks, Internet, for spoiling that for me. Really appreciated that. It was good. Like the day the last issue came out, they're like, "Here's all the scoop on the new turtle." I'm like, "You sons of bitches." So that was kind of a bummer.
Also, here's a Photoshop of this new turtle in Black Panther.
Right. And hardcore Foot Clan Ninja Master Splinter is my shit. I love that.
What?
Splinter's a badass. Oh, I forgot you haven't read this like forever. Like in issue number 50, Splinter became head of the Foot Clan.
And is he a bad guy or?
He's the head of the Foot Clan.
Yeah, I mean, but like he could have changed their ways.
But he's still the head of the Foot Clan.
Okay,
so
well that's cool.
By any means necessary, he's getting the fucking job done.
Sure.
Like, you know, he's not a bad guy, but he's the head of the fucking Foot Clan.
He doesn't care if it takes 7 minutes. He will put Armie Hammer's toes in his mouth.
And and Karai's back, and she wants the throne, and they have a conflict over what that means.
Maybe
it's real good.
like a game of sorts to compete for said throne.
It's mostly just them trying to assassinate one another.
Nice,
pretty good. It's pretty good. What else? I have Powers of X just hanging out, waiting to confuse me. I can't quite bring myself to read it yet.
It's fucking real good.
Is it though?
I love this shit.
Okay. Because House of X just kind of bummed me out.
Lee, there's graphs. Lee, there's fucking graphs. They explain the genetic sequencing of these new characters.
Yeah.
It rules.
Does it?
It does. I love it.
And like,
let me tell you something. A little spoiler for this book that's coming out tomorrow. Flip through the new issue of House of X. There's a whole shit ton of timeline maps for Moria McTaggart. Because let me tell you something. Her shit doesn't make any kind of sense, and they try and make it make sense.
Oh my god. They should have done that with the movies.
It's just, for being a big jumping on point thing, it's not very accessible. I don't know. Or maybe I'm overthinking it.
You gotta read it, man.
I'm not willing to throw the towel in just yet, but...
Lee, I have theories on things that I want you to read Powers of X first before I say anything.
Okay, all right, I'll read that, and then I'll read the House of X, and we'll talk about it next week.
Yeah. I will say one thing. Did you notice the font?
No, I didn't know I was supposed to.
They rocking some papyrus?
You got to look at the lettering.
Bleeding Cowboy.
And you'll think, hey, this reminds me of something.
All right, I'll check it out.
Hit him up with that Bleeding Cowboy, baby.
Yeah.
What up?
Bleeding
Best
Cowboy.
font in the world.
They took a whole bunch of time for Captain America to be like, I'm not Captain America anymore in the new Captain America.
Hell Hydra, right?
And it's like, nah, he's wearing that fucking rad outfit that they did in the Brubaker run. That I love that fucking costume.
That costume's awesome.
Yeah, it's a good costume. So doing that again, which I'm okay with. And then this Avengers story with the Ghost Rider drawn by Stefano Caselli is great.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah, Jason Aaron Ghost Rider stuff was always great. And I'm real glad that they're letting Blade hang on. Not only is Blade still an Avenger, but he's running around like the tiny baby man thing on his back, and that fucking delights me.
The boy thing.
The boy thing, yes, the boy thing, which is great. You got
Like
some Damien Hellstorm in here.
Like a little BB Groot?
Little baby Groot on his back was the man thing head. And they're kind of planting the seeds for what they did in the Free Comic Day, where at some point Iron Man's going to get rocketed back in time, and I'm kind of into that too. That's great. It's just fun. And then last thing I'll talk about is the absolute fucking bummer that is Batman Last Night on Earth, because it's a fucking bummer. Like, I like it a lot, but it is a bummer. It's beautiful. It's got a very old man Logan vibe to it.
Yeah.
But just, the notion of, the people, the majority of people voluntarily, choosing evil in the face of a better option is a little on the nose for the time, perhaps. But it works. Like, it works a lot. Like, it's like, man, this makes me feel bad about myself, but I know it's not my fault. So it's gonna be okay, I think. But man,
hey man, I was over at Jose's yesterday, and he treated me to half of 2 different Klondike bars because they went ham on ice cream at the grocery store. He was just talking about how, went to the grocery store, bought all kinds of fucking ice cream, and I just said, hey man, whatever can bring you a little bit of happiness in this in this world on fire right now.
Right. Yeah, we can't do that again. Like we bought buy one get one free tubs of ice cream. We bought buy one get one free Klondike bar ice cream. We bought buy one get one free churros cereal.
And that's the story of how Jose got diabetes.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, some fucking churro cereal over some vanilla bean ice cream will fucking
oh my god
straight.
Curl them toes up a little bit. Curl them toes.
Oof.
Yeah, it's really good, and I'm anxiously awaiting the what I assume to be a very handsome hardcover collection of this when it comes out. But just a lot like the bits about the dead Spectre's giant cloak.
That was cool.
Like this, lots of really good stuff in it.
I'm very interested to see who Omega is.
Yeah, because like it being just a Batman clone is too easy.
It's got to be Damian, right?
Right.
Yeah, the Alpha and the Omega.
Yeah, it's got to be. But I like it a lot. It's really great. And it looks awesome. Just fucking Capullo doing Batman shit again. Like, I mean, it's a bummer in a big bad way, but it's really, really good. I'm like creepy, emaciated Lex Luthor with those fucking Superman clones trying to bring another Superman into Earth, try to fix what he did, but they're all just, the rockets are full of just dead babies. It's like, it's fucking wild. Fucking wild. What you got, Kelly? Anything else?
Let's see. So Marvel does those like dollar reprint books, the True Believers ones.
Yeah.
They did one for Carnage Mind Bomb, which I'd never read before.
Mind Bomb?
Yeah, it was just a one shot from like 1995.
I don't think I've ever read that one either.
Yeah, and because the single issue, it's just a one shot. It goes for stupid money. Like, it's really hard to find. It's written by Warren Ellis with art by Kyle Holtz, and it is fucking cool.
Interesting. Kyle Holtz did a bunch of those Venom books.
Yeah.
Back in the day. And then, what did he do recently that I saw him on? I'm like, oh, yeah, shit's that guy.
He did Detective Comics.
Yeah, Detective with that Spectre story with Batman.
Yeah.
It was fucking cool. I'm like,
yeah.
Oh, yeah, that guy's still around.
Yeah, but yeah, so there was this, it's just this one shot from 1995 with this, like, psychiatrist coming to visit Cletus in prison. And it's real fucked up. Like, it's worth checking. It's definitely worth the $1 entrance fee.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, no, it's shockingly great.
I will.
And speaking of Kyle Holtz, I recommend looking up the connecting covers he's doing for Absolute Carnage.
That shit starts tomorrow. I'm excited about it.
It sure does. Because the cover is like his homage to the Jim Lee X-Men #1 connecting cover.
That's cool.
It's really cool.
So what's Carnage up to these days?
He's got a cult.
Nice.
He's got powers of an ancient evil symbiote god. So that's,
if Boots took over as Venom.
Boots.
Who's Boots?
Bray Wyatt.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god.
Couldn't remember which one Boots was.
He's got Boots symbiote god powers, and his gimmick right now is using those crazy symbiote god powers to kill anyone who's ever come in contact with the symbiote, so we can get every little piece of it and become like this non-stoppable evil god thing. And what that's doing for me as a guy who I feel like I know my symbiotes is I'm like, oh shit, Hawkeye had a symbiote for a second? What?
Yep.
I thought I knew some shit about some shit.
Carnage USA.
Oh, that's right. Man, that was a great one.
Yeah, it was.
That was a great one.
But other than that, you pretty much mentioned everything else I read. The issue 30 of Paper Girls came out. That was the finale. It was a nice little issue.
Oh, okay, yeah, I've read that one yet. So the kind of like does it make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, good, because it's real confusing.
It's a weird book, but yeah, no, it's a nice little finale.
When's Saga coming back?
Fuck if I know. They haven't said shit about anything, and it's been more than a year now.
That shit broke my heart, man.
Yeah, you guys need to come back, especially if you're only fucking halfway through with your series. No one's going to be reading that shit by the end if you keep doing this.
Oh shit! I'm trying to look up news for Saga, and apparently Paper Girls is getting a TV adaptation on Amazon.
Huh, that should be good.
Yeah, that totally works.
Yeah. The Green Lantern annual came out. That was cool because Grant Morrison brought back his Sonic the Hedgehog character that he put in his Flash run a decade plus ago. So that was fun.
What?
Yeah. Because, see, in the Flash book, he at one point raced Sonic the Hedgehog.
Fucking what?
Yeah. His name is Zaps.
All right.
I think that's what it was. And then he popped up again in Green Lantern because he is from a race of people that live in radio waves and that kind of shit, and we're fucking it up real bad with cell phones.
That's actually kind of clever.
Yeah.
All right. I got nothing here. It says that they're coming out with a big paperback Saga compendium.
Yeah. No, they haven't said anything. They've been completely silent, and the longer it goes... Yeah. No, because I've been saying every time they take one of these breaks, our sales numbers go down.
That's weird. That's a weird move.
And, like, it's not just the single issue, the trade sales, too.
Yeah, it's a long time.
Yeah. But yeah, that's what I got.
Yeah, fucking A. Right on. Anything we're talking about, Knize?
I have not started in on them yet, but I have put Batman versus TMNT Volume 1 and 2 on my toilet tank.
Nice.
So I will be reading those shortly.
Good boy.
I talked about it a little last week, but finally this week, me and Mary finished Orange is the New Black, the final season, and God, I couldn't get through it fast enough. You want to talk about just miserable? Ugh. Every scene of this show was just painful to get through, and I couldn't wait for it to be over. It wasn't as bad as the Dexter finale, but this whole last season or last two seasons has just been a different show. It hasn't been the same. It's disappointed me. So I'm done with that. Glad it's over. Did watch this new limited series they've got on Discovery called Serengeti. It's crazy drone and like remote footage from the Serengeti. It's like real life Lion King shit, and Lupita Nyong'o does narration, and she basically tells you the story of these certain groups of animals, and they got names and shit. I'm like, how the fuck does she know what their names are? But really cool, like up close and personal shit with some crazy animals. So if you're into that, I would highly check it out.
Sure does sound terrifying.
And then I just wanted to get an update, Lee. What's up with your CBS All Access? We didn't talk about this last week because 2 weeks ago Kelly put the word out to CBS All Access.
And then they fucking hit him back.
They hit him back like right before the show last week, but then we forgot to talk about it. They hit him back last week with a phone number. So what's up? What's going on?
I haven't had a chance to call him yet. Shit going on. More on that later. But a very full week. But all goes according to plan. Maybe Thursday.
All right. I look forward.
Tomorrow's booked up.
I look forward to the update.
Oh, God. Me too.
Oh, they announced today that they're going to bundle Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus for $13 a month.
Oh, really?
Yep. Which is still cheaper than most single streaming services.
Yeah, no shit. That's pretty good.
That HBO is going to be $18 a month.
Nah.
It's going to have Friends on it, though.
I bought my lovely wife, who's a big Friends fanatic. I bought her the fucking big fancy Blu-ray for Friends. And then, for Christmas. And then, January 1st, they're like, it's on Netflix. I'm like, oh, fuck me.
But it's leaving Netflix is the
It's
thing.
leaving Netflix.
Yeah, it's going to be on the HBO app.
No, I'm paying $18 a month for fucking no.
Yeah, you watched Game of Thrones, but do you watch any other HBO stuff? Because it's not just HBO.
Really.
It's the Warner Brothers streaming service, but they named it HBO.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, like if they roll that DC shit in there, maybe at some point I might check it out.
Watchmen. Watchmen looks good.
Swamp Thing.
When is that supposed to start?
But I got an HBO Go login.
Oh yeah, there's that too.
I already got that.
I wonder if they're gonna phase out HBO Go.
Well, no, that's like for anybody that has an HBO subscription. That's like part of that.
I see.
Motherfucker knows people. I'm saying. What you got, Jose?
The lady has been watching My Crazy Ex-Girlfriend.
You know, I hear that's great.
Yeah, I've heard that's good.
It's interesting. It's not horrible. It breaks out in songs every now and then, and some crazy shit goes on. And like she is crazy, but she ends up doing good on accident in her admits being crazy. She's like a good lawyer.
So it's a tale of hope.
It's interesting. I'm not like glued to it. I'm stepping in and out because I got real shit.
He's got glaucoma to take care of.
But sometimes after clearing our glaucoma together, fighting the good fight as a team, I'll stay in and I'll watch it for a little bit with her.
I was hanging out in Jose's office with him, and I hear what sounds like a Weird Al song. It's like, is she watching a Weird Al music video? And he's like, no, it's My Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. I'm like, okay.
But also so we got the record player hooked up.
Nice.
And realized she's got a fucking Thriller album.
Ooh.
Fucking
too soon.
Threw that shit on there. Yeah, but this is Thriller Mike.
Yeah, I mean, everybody had Thriller on vinyl at one point.
This is Thriller Mike. That's all I'm focusing on. Don't ruin it for me. Thriller Mike.
You can still listen to it.
And I will listen to the fuck out of it.
Vinyl's fun, man. Like, it's interesting to go back to like the basics of listening to music after everything's been digitized, because it's more of an active listening process. Like, you have to fucking get out the record and put it on there and set the needle, and after 5 songs you got to flip the fucking record over.
Sounds exhausting.
Well, we put on the Knize boy had a little extra.
Yeah, I got two Guardians of the Galaxy soundtracks on vinyl for Christmas, so I was able to pay it forward.
That's pretty cool.
And that's a perfect type of album for vinyl, because it's all oldies. It's all
the spot that we played that Ranger game at this weekend had some vinyl. They had the Spider-Verse soundtrack on vinyl, and Jax has been rocking the fuck out with that Spider-Verse soundtrack, and I'm like, I bet that would sound really cool on vinyl.
Mondo has an exclusive Who Framed Roger Rabbit score that I got heading my way.
Ooh, that's cool. That's pretty cool. Like it. All right. So yeah, let's fucking call it, man.
Yeah. Solid work.
Solid show. Thanks everybody that wrote in their Muppets. Like, all but one were fantastic. You know who you are. Yeah. Buzzkill. Ridiculous. Thanks for playing, but fuck, man. But
straight up edgelord.
Straight up. But no. Next week, we'll be watching Clue. Please hang out with us. It'll be a good time.
Excited for that. That's so cool.
Pretty excited about it. So we're going to do that. And then after that, we'll fucking figure something out. That's a next week problem.
Yeah, we'll figure some shit out.
Yeah, always do. So yeah, join us. I'm going to say we'll probably still be on the YouTube.
Discord the fuck out of us.
hit us up on that Discord.
Yeah,
Discord.panelsonpages.com.
if we can figure out a way to sync everybody on Prime, so we can watch it together, we'll let everybody know.
Yeah, 100%, absolutely. And then you can email us popcast@panelsonpages.com. Leave us a voicemail 616-951-1POP, or hit us up on the Twitter machines @panelsonpages. So.
Oh, you forgot one.
Did I?
You need to add one to your notes.
What's that?
Discord.
That's the first one I said was the Discord.
You said Discord? My bad.
Yeah.
The fuck's the tout?
Yeah, you got to tout us. You got to hit us up on the Vine. All that stuff.
TikTok. Oh man,
I'm up on Wolf.
I am definitely
check out some of Knize's poops on TikTok.
I am definitely considering starting an actual legit TikTok.
Dude,
no.
The stuff they're doing on your mom's house with the TikToks is so unsettling.
Yeah.
You follow, there's some horrible shit out there.
I had to unfollow that cursed TikTok's account again. it comes and goes. Sometimes it's good. Sometimes I can't watch this anymore.
This takes all kinds, man. Takes all kinds.
But it's interesting because if you're
it's interesting for sure.
But like if you're legit trying to make content, it's an interesting platform that kind of died with Vine, where it's that short format, quick get in, get out, and like they have a library of actual music you can use. It's weird. I haven't really gone digging, but Mary set up a TikTok and was telling me a little bit about it.
It's fucking stupid. Even if you're doing it the way they want you to do it with the stupid audio library, it's fucking dumb. Like, it's for stupid dumb babies and
some real tick-touched people.
It's awful. I don't like it. And I'm an old man. So there you go. So yeah, we'll talk to you guys next week at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central at youtube.com/panelsonpages. For Jason Knize, Jose Guzman, and Kelly Harris, I'm the Lord Reverend Lee Rodriguez. Talk to you guys next week. Night. Love you. Bye-bye.
Oh, come on.
Demonetize this, you fucking Google ass bitch.